You've clicked on the video. That's one step. Now, step 2, twitch.tv/Nerds of the West. Follow us. We're live, probably now, maybe not. I don't know. Follow us, chat, yell at me on stream. It'll be great. Cool. Cheers.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream all about beer. Right now we have Heaven and Ale in front of us, but before that, Kai, you should probably
I
go
just realised.
chat only mode. Hey, probably a really good idea.
Hang on a second.
Anyway, my name is Tom. The guy with the broken audio is Kai.
I'm Kai.
I'm Reese. How you doing?
I'm Lachlan.
Today, because we've been meaning to play this game for a while, and so many of you have requested Red Dragon Inn, we are playing games all about beer, and I think basically since Frothtown, a bunch of us have been craft beer.
I think I was always craft beer.
Biscuits with the boys.
Beers with
beer.
the boys.
So I just want to say thank you very much for the follow. God, I already forgot the name.
It was
says
Seth.
it over here.
Hi, Seth. Thanks for following.
Thank you for the
That's
follow.
what and D Fancy, thank you so much for being here. It is great to see you, and I appreciate you staying up until the wee hours of the morning to catch us. Hopefully, you can have some fun, have some laughs.
I would also like to say a special thanks because I was gifted this game when I left my previous employment. I worked at a bottle shop, and my co-workers were nice enough to give me the money to buy this game. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to Shirley, Dan, Mick, Josh, Lydia. I think that's everyone.
Oh, if you've forgotten someone.
Oh, someone's going to be real burned.
Kieran, I guess. I guess.
Thanks for the
There's
bits.
things there. Oh, Jason. Also, thank you, Jason.
Okay, especially thank you for the bits.
Oh, Steve Fancy.
Thank you.
It's right in there.
You jump into our Discord and you're so nice, and you
It's
jump
just
into the
so
stream.
beating at us.
Now we can afford beer.
It's true.
Excellent.
Especially because I think, how much was this? Like $30?
That was not cheap beer.
Yeah, it
This
was
is
not
not-
cheap. Yeah.
We are starting off today with a Chardonnay sparkling ale. This is a beer
from
wine
Eagle Bay
hybrid.
Brewery.
That sounds way too fancy for my blood.
Hello,
Yeah.
Upside Down Fairy.
But hey.
How you doing?
We're going to share it between us, which is good because there are 3.5 standard drinks in this bottle.
Oh,
Nice.
Lord.
Wow.
Well, Tom, do you want to crack that
that
bad boy open?
You can have a look at this board game, and then we'll
we
start
also
explaining it.
have a variety of craft beers to try out after.
Yeah, we do.
We are tasting beers today. I want to say we're drinking
connoisseurs.
beers because that's just
We're tasting beer.
We're tasting
beers.
We are appreciating beers while we play a game about creating
Yeah,
beers.
drink responsibly.
Fair thing
Absolutely.
to say.
Now, fill up my glass.
Oh boy.
I will just point out, I don't know how well you can see this. This is my special Nerds of the West mug. You can't buy it. I'm just showing it off. Suck it.
Just to rub it in.
See, the reason we started Nerds of the West was to make merch that no one could actually buy.
That's it.
This was a present
That's
from my
a-
little brother for Christmas.
That's a
awesome.
top tier business model.
Oh, is that from
Ooh.
from Jeremy?
Yeah, Jeremy gave me this for Christmas. Give that a sniff.
That actually smells really good.
Ooh, I'm excited now.
Yeah.
I still have the one that I bought because I actually wasn't a huge fan of the one that I bought.
No, yours was a bit weird. Feel free to pour that in. I've just poured myself a little bit because I don't know how much to pour.
Like
I'm really
how
bad
far
at
it will
judging, like how much. We'll try and share it out equally. But thank you so much for being here. What is D-Fancy saying? I'm just going to steal Kai's.
Yeah, you do that.
Had some lying around. My Twitch Prime isn't up yet. Going to use it when it's available. Appreciate it.
Thank you so
I bought a
much.
mug and you get mugs. Boo. Beer mugs. Beer mugs. Yes, I did see. It was really funny. Beck was streaming and then I get an email saying, Situated Kev has bought merch. And I'm like, hey man, how you doing? Good
What a
times.
guy.
What a guy. So today, first game, Heaven and Ale. This is Monopoly, but worker placement.
Still a bit.
Still a little bit in there.
Tom,
still a
top
bit
yourself.
Tom's got the least, I think. Got a few little top ups.
I mean, just have the or have the rest.
Or
That's
kill the
fine.
bottle.
Yep.
And he spilt it as well. On the
drop.
floor.
A drop.
Yeah. Better on the floor than on the game.
Let's check that up the back.
One down. We have 12 other cans.
Dude.
I'm really worried for hydrate.
Oh god. Did we up the price of that?
Probably should have.
You know, I'm just gonna rule it. We're drinking responsibly,
responsibly.
so we will take responsible drinks.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are not going to skull, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Clinkies.
Cheers. Reese, how worried were you that we were going to shatter?
Tiny T-Rex
So
arms.
worried.
Cheers to everybody at
Cheers,
home.
Thank you for being here.
Cheers. Thank you.
Have a drink, whether it's a beer or whatever you are legally allowed to drink.
Not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Not bad.
That's not what I was expecting, but it's
No,
not bad.
it's there's that little hint of winey flavor and like sweetness.
I want to say that's like meaty, like a light mead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It's very dry.
I dig it.
It's like mead without honey.
Would buy again.
It's better than wine.
I certainly wish I got that because mine was super
What
like
did you got like a barley wine thing.
yeah, and it was super like pale ale-y, and I was like,
What if we make you skull?
oh, little chug-a-lug. I got you a $30 bottle of red wine. Sorry.
Alrighty.
Heaven and
Alright.
ale.
Heaven and ale. How do we play? What are we doing?
Kai, rules master, go.
Apparently I'm the only one that read the rules all the way through.
Also, hey Stephen, how you doing?
Hey, Tish.
So the aim of this game is for your monastery to brew the best beer, the most fitting heavenly beer. So to do that, we will be moving around this little track here in a method reminiscent to old school board games like Monopoly and such, which is interesting, but with no dice. Essentially, on your turn, you will choose to move to any space ahead of you. You can move as far or as short a distance as you wish, and then purchase the item on the space.
Can you do more than one lap?
No.
Okay.
Once you get to the end, the first person to reach the end becomes the first player of the next round, and the round ends once everybody's made their way around the board.
Sorry to correct you.
No,
You
correct
can-
me.
You can pick what one you start on. So you
Oh,
don't,
okay.
You don't become the first player if you want, because there's different bonuses for
Gotcha.
where you start.
There you go.
So you can choose where you start. But once you are there, you're out for the rest of the round.
You're basically Friar Tuck making beer. That's pretty accurate. And it's 6 rounds around the board.
Yes.
For a 4-player game.
Yes.
Yes, so once we deplete all of these, I believe that'll be 6 rounds.
And how do we purchase things, and where do we put them?
So when you land on a space, it's also worth mentioning you cannot place yourself on a space that you cannot do the action or take the token from.
Yep.
But there's a few types of spaces. So the first is a resource space, like these ones here. And these will contain resources like barley, water, hops, yeast, and wood. I remembered them all. And from now on, I will call them yellow, blue, green, black, and brown.
And for my next trick, colours.
Hooray!
That's like when you play Catan and everyone just calls it some rendition of rock.
Yeah.
Stone, quarry.
rock, brick.
Quarry. Sheep.
That's why you
Clay.
just shouldn't play Catan.
Hey, it's not a
that's a
Catan
hot
problem.
take.
It's an every game
That's a hot
problem.
take.
Have you not heard my hot takes on Catan? We can go over that later.
Let's not. When you purchase an item, you can either purchase it for the price listed on the top, in this case, 4 with your ducats, I think they're called.
Yes.
Yes.
Ducats.
Forever now known as Dollaridoos.
Yeah.
Ducats.
Generic
Ducats.
Generic
Ducats.
Dollaridoos.
Yep.
If you purchase it for the price listed on there, you can place it in the shady side of your gardens. Or you can pay twice as much and place it in the sunny side of your gardens.
Sorry, I missed that. You what? Sunnyside?
You can pay the price listed
Yep.
and place it on the shady side.
Yep.
Or you can pay double the price
Gotcha.
listed and place it on your sunny side.
Gotcha.
And we'll get to what those do when we get to activating things. The other thing you can do is head to a monk space, which are spread around here, and purchase yourself a monk. I'm pretty sure that's how monks work. You just go buy some more.
Sir, I require your services.
Curve. Come on, man. You're going to blow all of your, like...
Oh my goodness. Okay. Again, drinking responsibly, but we'll have a drink.
Yep.
Let's have a drink.
It's tasty beer.
It is tasty.
It is good beer.
Would highly
All
recommend.
this talking is drying my throat out.
I drink beer really fast, so I'm like a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Because
Gotta be
I'm
slow
just
and
like,
steady.
liquids are like my go-to.
I mean, to be fair, I'm driving you two. So.
Oh, yeah, we
That's
got to
true.
live with Reese. Boom. We're
We thunked it out.
Yeah, me
That
and
was-
Tom, meanwhile.
Yeah, I totally planned on my car getting fucking wrecked over the week.
And I was like,
We organized it. We locked it in. We locked in who we were going to have, and we're like, all right, we got the 4 boys. We're going to play games about beer. It's going to be great. Next day, Kai's like, might need a lift.
I lived the furthest away, and my car got rear-ended a few days ago. So, glossing over why I need some beers today. If you land on a monk space, you can do the same thing. You can pay the price listed to place the monk on the shady side, or you can pay twice the price listed to place them on your sunny side. Again, we'll get into why you might do one or the other later. The third type of space is scoring discs. I like it because they say what they are.
Yep.
There's 3 types of scoring discs. There's an A, a B, and a C. The A allows you to pick one color of resource and activate all resources of that color on your board.
And it goes on the X on your
And it
board.
goes on that little same Xy spot.
Does that mean you can only
Up
activate it once? Or every time you can activate it?
Jesus, thank you.
I
Steven.
believe you can only activate it once.
Who knew
Okay.
monasteries were scary?
Spooky monastery.
So the way I'm seeing it, you probably don't want to
Spooky
activate your
monks.
scoring discs until a little bit later in the game.
Until you've got something to activate.
Yeah.
I believe those reset each round though.
Ah,
So-
okay. Yeah, fair.
So when we take them,
Don't they?
Give me the rulebook. I'll double check while you're explaining the rules.
so when we land on a spot,
I read the rulebook
do we
once, Reese
take
read
that
the rulebook
token
once.
that is
Together.
there?
Yes, because you
So
can
then when
only...
an
that
idea.
scoring disc is taken, then no one else could take that scoring
Right.
disc.
So if someone takes that, obviously you can't land there. You can't take the scoring disc. We'll check whether that's
Because there are a
how
bunch
permanent
more
they are. Or
here.
not.
There's a lot.
Yeah. They definitely get replenished each round,
Whether or not
but whether
you
or
can
not
redo
you
it.
remove the ones from your board is a good point.
Let's get a close up on the board. So let me just... Kai can just quickly show off the board, show where he's pointing at again.
All right, you
go.
missed it.
on my board.
Yeah.
So these down the side here will show you'll place the scoring disc on each of these as you activate each of these spaces.
Game's got some crazy stuff going on.
It has got some stuff going on. Next
B.
up is B, which is to activate a monk.
Monkey boy.
So when you activate this one, you choose one flavor of monk. Again, pretty sure that's how monks work. There is a sort of a white and orange, a red and a bald. You activate a type of monk and activate those monks on your board. Again, we'll do activation in just a second. And the last one is C.
Governor Mort.
Oh, Governor Mort, thank you
One
so,
FFS card. Thank you
so much.
Much appreciated.
Hey Mort, good to see you.
It is a game about beer.
It is.
We're making beer.
Now C, I might need to quickly double check the distinction between
Yeah, A and C look very
C
similar.
and A.
All right, so first of all, with your play disc, I'm pretty sure they stay
Okay.
because there's nothing in the preparing the next round
Okay.
being like take your discs off.
Okay.
Um,
So once you've placed it there on your space, that's it.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what was the next question?
No, we drank because we were pouring
scoring
on out
disc
for
C.
Kai's car. We won't be drinking every time you give bits.
So C
Responsible.
is so, all right. So sorry.
So let's just clarify.
X is value, not color, whereas C is color.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I knew one of them was value.
Yeah. So
Take that back. A is you pick a number. That's why the X is there. And any resources on your board of that number, you activate.
Activate.
So if you pick the number 5,
Yep.
any resource, all the resources rather on your board of 5, activate.
Right, which is
So
why
you've got-
then
that's why
on
they-
your board it has all the different colors.
Yes, and then
because you can
C-
use. Yeah.
You pick a color, place it on the color that you pick, and activate all the ones of that color.
yeah.
Getting
That
it,
definitely does
getting
make
it.
more sense, yes. So activating things.
So does that mean when we land on that space, say it was A, we take one from here? And
No, you
then
take this one.
You take that one, and then you put it on there, and then it stays on there permanently.
It stays on your board permanently, and this only gets replenished once the round is finished.
Gotcha.
So you stop the people behind you from taking that scoring disc. So what activating things does depends on whether it's in a shady or a sunny side of your board. If it's on the shady side of your board, you take a number of ducats, dollary dues, equal to the number on those tokens. So if I'm activating number 5s and there's a 5 over in my shady spot, I get $5 dues. Pretty straightforward. If it's in the sunny side, you move your resource counter for that type of resource up that number. So if I'm activating a 5,
So a 4 of wheat is pretty good.
barley,
Barley,
yellow,
yellow, it's wheat.
is decent. Yeah, I think they go 1 to
Up
5.
to 5, yeah.
Which is why they're like, yeah. So in your
Toss,
in
toss,
your
toss.
shady side, it helps your dollars
Gives you
to
money.
buy more things. But then in your sunny side, it helps you become a better brewmaster.
It gives you better ingredients to brew your beer.
Yeah.
Again, none of us have played this. Just me and Kai read the rules.
I read the rules just badly.
Yeah, and Lachlan didn't read at all.
I didn't read
Lachlan
them at
doesn't
all.
know how to read.
No, I
Also,
don't. That is, it is
rule book?
correct.
Bit on the piss. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's not a great rule book.
It's not.
That's why I read it poorly, because it's like,
Yeah.
you really need all of this in
It's a
front of
very
you.
old
Okay.
school rulebook as opposed to like, I think
Alright.
modern rulebooks are a bit
Yeah.
easier. to
In saying that though,
navigate.
yes. I mean, it was 2017, and I believe it would have been translated. So
Probably.
Most likely.
it wouldn't have been like English.
Resources.
It wouldn't have been English from by default.
Yeah. So activating
Reese, why don't
resources.
you own horses?
Anyway, Kai,
Horses.
what are you on?
Horses.
Horses, doofus.
Tom surprised me with explaining the rules and then keeps interrupting me.
It's my job.
It's a test.
Dude, just wait until he's
I
had a
can
few.
feel it.
It's an initiation. At some point, you'll be an official member.
So that's activating. That's activating resources. Pretty self-explanatory. When you activate a monk, let's say you're activating the bald monk, all the bald monks on your board are activated, and it will trigger all of the resources surrounding that monk.
As well as monks surrounding that monk as well.
Yes, as well as monks surrounding that monk. So if I've got a monk here with some resources around it, it will trigger all 3 of the resources touching that monk. So I could have some in the shady side and some on the sunny side all being activated at once.
Cool.
And it also activates any monks that are next to it. What does activating a monk do?
Same thing.
Same thing.
So
you can change
it will
your
activate-
activations.
Okay.
And also, resources can be activated twice.
Yes.
Definitely a game that's going to have to come together, because the way I'm reading it at the moment is you need to buy resources in the early rounds to put them on your shady side
To get
to
money.
get
Start
money,
generating money.
to get then resources on your other side. Like
Well,
it's
like you'd have to pay double the cost to put it in your sunny side.
And
which
then
is
not get
so
any
So you
money
need
from
to
it.
have some money.
We are literally building a beer farm from the ground up.
It's like the shady
boys.
side, like the shady side crops are just not good enough to put in your beer that you have to sell them on the in the market.
Yep. The other space on the board, is that all the activations? That's all the activations.
Yeah.
The other space on the board are these shed spaces. You can't place resources or monks there, but once one of these spaces is entirely surrounded by either resources or monks on all 6 sides, you get to place one of these shed tokens on there.
Oh, you don't get privilege cards? Damn, I jumped the gun.
Yeah. we'll come back to
I was so
privilege
keen for the green screen because I finally got it working well.
Tom's already drunk.
Dude, I'm so hungover.
The shed spaces, or the shed that you can place down depends on the value of the tokens surrounding that shed space. So 0 to 7, 8 to 11, 12 to 17.
Oh, that's cool.
8 to 23, 24 plus will determine what type of sheds you can build there, all of which have different bonuses, which I think we'll probably just explain when we're placing the
But
token
pretty
down.
much, higher value sheds provide more activations. Lower value shed moves your brewmaster higher up.
Yes.
So so a 0 to 7 shed will move your brewmaster up 6 levels, whereas a 24 shed
Activates everything
activates
around it.
4 around it.
And why do we want that? And why are we tracking our brewmaster level on the screen?
I think scoring is probably the last thing.
Okay. I thought we were getting there.
All right, privilege cards.
Privilege cards.
Privilege cards.
Right.
Once you've activated a linked pair.
Damn it, did it freeze? It did.
Come on, you were so excited.
Privilege card is what has been flashing on the
We
screen.
each have 5 privilege cards. There are also 5 linked pairs of activation types down the side of the board here. And now that I'm thinking about it, it definitely makes sense that your things hang around.
Yep.
Once you have activated 2 linked activation types, you can then choose to take one of your privilege cards, place it face up next to it there, and get whatever benefit the card provides. There's a pretty big variety there, from moving all of your resources or all of your ingredient quality up 1.
So we just get to
You've
choose what we
got
want, right?
just extra victory points. You've got move your monk up a bunch of spaces. So you can choose to place one of those. You don't have to place one of those, but you can only do it at the moment that you make the second link. You can't later on try and place things down.
You can also sell these for money, for emergency funds. Each one is worth $3.
Can you sell them at any point? Oh, wow.
Anytime on your turn.
Anytime on your turn.
That yellow is apparently really green.
So you discard it back to the box and you get 3 coins.
That's cool. So I guess if you know you're not
emergency
playing that
funds.
certain strategy, you can get some emergency funds.
The last type of space on the board is a barrel space, of which there are 2, which will allow you to take a barrel from the center here if you've met its condition.
It's not just a barrel; it's any barrel.
Yes.
It's like
There
it's
you go,
all
yes.
barrels you.
That have you
you
have
meet the
met
requirements.
conditions.
So you can nail like 4 in a turn possibly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, do we need a rundown of what the barrels
Oh,
are?
absolutely. Especially because there's large barrels for 4 points, and then tiny little cute barrels underneath them for 2 points. Like, look
Okay.
at this. Look at this
Tiny
cute
little
guy.
barrels. Baby barrels.
I did place them in that
barrels.
order.
Yeah,
just
cool.
for
Alright, so the first one is your brewmaster figure must have reached the at least the brown production spot numbered 1. So get up here.
Hollywood starts.
All of your resource markers must have reached at least the brown production spot number 1. You must have placed at least 6 resource tiles with a fertility number of 1 on your player board.
That's cool.
So on the back you can see they got 1s, so 6 of the 1s.
Is it the?
No,
I think it's the value.
I think it's the
I think it's the
value.
value one.
Like,
Oh, yep. Don't mind me. That was completely wrong. It is the value one. Because the next one is the value 5. Alright, the one after that is you must have a scoring disc on each of your 4 monk tile scoring spots. You must have a scoring disc on each of your 5 resource tile scoring spots. You must have at least 3 shed tiles of the same type on your player board.
Cool.
You must have at least 4 different shed types on your player board. One of your resource markers must have reached at least the production spot number 20. You must have at least placed 3 privilege cards. You must have placed a monk tile or a resource tile in each of the 15 sunny spots on your player board and the other ones in your shady spots.
Yep.
So those are your achievables.
I feel like this is the kind of game that we're all going to be a little bit lost and very much questioning each other about what we're doing and explaining to chat about what we're doing.
This was a bad game to play drinking.
And then in the second last round, we're all going to get it and go, oh crap!
How do I do? Yeah.
So what was the purpose of getting the barrels?
So the big
'cause you can
barrels-
get all of them at once, right?
Yeah. So big barrels are worth 4 victory points at the end.
Okay.
Little barrels are worth 2.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
So if you're the first person to complete that objective and land on a barrel space, you get 4 points. The next person gets 2. The next person, you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yes.
Finally, scoring. I think that's the last thing we're up to.
Yeah.
Scoring is pretty heavily dependent on where your friar ends up at the end, or your monk rather.
Massa's Junior Beer is good.
There
I don't
are
like the other ones. They're like lemon and mango. Pretty average.
I used to.
Really, the ginger beer is the only one that.
I used to really like the mango one, but I can no longer do Masso's ginger beer. Masso's mango beer.
Yeah.
Ginger beer is good.
Oh! Something happened.
Hey, Tasman.
Hey, Tasman.
Hey.
How you doing? Thank you, first.
Scoring. Scoring. At the end of the 6 rounds, we look at where our monk is sitting on our scoring track, which will give us a exchange rate and a victory point multiplier. So the exchange rate is used to move your highest scoring resources down, in this example, 3 spaces, to move your lowest one up 1 space. So you're bringing down your highest quality ingredients to boost up your lower quality ingredients. And you keep applying that exchange rate until you can't anymore, until all of your resources are on the same space or within 1 space of each other, to average out the quality of your beer. So if your beer's got really good hops, but really
Bad water.
bad sewage water, the hops help drag that that water quality up, but only so far.
Yeah, it's a game that I think we're going to have to be thinking out loud, guessing along, and figuring out.
Absolutely.
It seems cool. It's got some interesting mechanics that I want to see play out. Don't know how well it's going to play out.
I think honestly that explanation was pretty damn good, and I'm feeling pretty confident. Like I didn't read the rulebook, and it's making a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
I think we'll be right.
I might just be worrying because I have to go first and I don't know what to do.
Yep. Trade the wood for wood.
Well,
Trade the wood for wood?
What you need to do is you need to move your character any number of spaces ahead of you and land on a spot, and then do the thing that you land
That's
on.
true. So if I land on that 4 wheat, do I have to pay
4
four
wheat?
You can
gold?
choose to pay 4 to place it in your shady spot, or you can pay 8 to place it in your sunny spot.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab my little dude. I'm gonna lay him down here.
Not bad.
I'm gonna grab this 4 wheat, and I'm gonna chuck the 4 wheat on my board. Let's say.
Get ready for
I
engine.
feel like you want to put like a monk here to activate 4 things, but also if you put a monk here, you can chain with other monks. I'm gonna put it here.
Flip the hourglass.
Remember when I said I'm gonna be thinking out loud so chat can follow along with what I'm trying to do?
Just get ready for him to
$5
lean over
dues.
and just glitz your glass all over the
$1
table.
dues.
Yeah, that's why I am constantly got one hand on this.
Oh, mine's away from everyone, so it's good.
100% GTA.
What have you done,
Golf. Hey legends, how you doing? Golf and GTA is tough. All right, that's my turn. I
Okay.
got myself some stuff. Look with fucking
Nice.
trying to make space to make things happen.
Stream end.
All right, so it's my turn.
Yes.
Because I'm on this spot doesn't mean anything. Not until you land.
Not
there
until we
next
get back
one.
there.
Yeah,
No.
sure.
Yep.
Excellent. Let's land on some things.
You definitely want the monk.
Do I want the monk?
It's a good monk.
It's pretty solid. So I pay 4 for him, and he'll go to the shady side.
I feel
And
like
whenever I get to activate monks.
I feel like we've got Tom Monk. We've got Reese Monk.
Jesus.
We've got Lockie Monk, and we've got me Monk. Right?
That's terrible.
That is literally me. That is.
Dude, I want you to pull off that hairstyle.
Tom Monk it is.
I wish I could.
Tom Monk it is. $4 dues. Where are you slapping him?
Brother Tom. I need a
$1.
one.
Yeah.
A 1. Alright, so he has to go into a shady side.
Unless you
that-
wanted to pay 8.
Hell no. Hell no.
Just gonna fix some things.
No.
And let's put him here. In between these 2 shed spaces, because why the hell not? So monks activate everything around them, right?
Yes.
And when you activate a monk, then any monks that touch the monk
Also,
activate the
also
monk.
activate, yeah.
And then it's monk times monk.
they look
Gotcha.
over and see their mate working and go, oh crap, I should probably.
Alright, Brother Reese.
Look busy. God is coming.
Brother Reese, what
Well,
would you
I
like?
mean, why not just buy the hops? Right?
Beer is the drink of gods.
And I'm going to put the hops there.
Drink of gods.
I mean, hey, monks made both, so
I thought mead.
That's why we started with the Chardonnay ale.
I thought mead was the drink of gods.
I think it depends on the
Mead.
gods, right?
Yeah, it does.
Kai, you're up.
Thank you, Brother Reese. I will be purchasing some nice, cheap water. It's nice, it's cheap, it's water, it's important. Honestly, I think I'm going to put it on my sunny side.
Wow.
I'm going to pay $2
Yeah, it's only.
instead of $1. It's not too
I guess,
expensive,
yeah.
so I'm going to take $3 change.
I guess that's the play. Yeah, you get the cheap stuff to generate your resources because they all generate this. Oh no, it still only generates one resource.
It still only generate 1.
Yeah.
My theory is because water starts a little bit low, just try to bump it up early.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe, I'm not sure if that's how it's going to play out, but
I can dig it.
let's find out. I'm not sure why water does better in the sun.
Let's see how this plays out, Cotton. I'm also keen to try Red Dragon in because it's something that you guys have been requesting for a while. It looks interesting. I want to see how it plays out.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out the economy here because like you only get money when you activate things, and you can only activate things like once or twice. So I think it's very much a like spend as much money as you can before you start getting money.
I mean,
back
you do
in.
have $21.
Yeah.
It's true.
And you can get extra money from selling your cards.
That's true. There are options here. But the point is, I'm just gonna take some of that water. I think that 3 water looks very tasty.
Nice.
And I'm gonna use my $10 dues. Get $7 dues back.
Nice.
Nice.
And I'm gonna put that. Yes. There.
Alright, Brother Reese, can you please move me onto the hops?
You are
I'm
red.
red.
Onto the hops.
Thank you very.
Have you got the rulebook, Brother Reese?
I sure do, Brother Kai.
I just can't remember if
Okay, Brother Lachlan, that
This-
is $3 or $6.
we'll stack
I'm thinking that we're
if
gonna
it doesn't
go
get used.
with 3. So I'd like 8 duckings.
7.
7? What is it? 3, sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my bad.
Where are you putting it?
Yes, resources do increase. So if we don't buy a resource,
Yes, another one will come
another
down.
one comes
and
down,
you can buy
and then you
either
can
of
buy. Oh, yeah, you can buy either of them. Yeah, or both, if you.
But
buy
scoring
something.
discs do not
No.
increase in number.
No, they do not.
them. Okay.
So if no one takes this one, if I don't take this one now,
Brother
stay
Reese,
there.
it is your turn to
Go, Brother Reese.
plow the fields.
I'm actually gonna buy a monk. I'm gonna buy myself. And I'm actually going. He's worth 3. So I'm actually gonna pay 6.
Ooh, all right.
And I'm going to put him there. So that's a 10, and then I get 4 back.
it's a dangerous monk to put in the sunny spot. That head's going to get.
You know, when I get sunburnt on the top of my head, it hurts in 2 places. Hurts here, and it hurts here.
Why do you think I wear a hat all the time?
Hey, Silver Knights, how you doing?
How you doing?
Brother
Hey.
Kai.
Brother Kai, what are you up to?
Well, I don't think that I'm going to score my 1 water. I don't think that's a very
You
valuable
sure?
use of that
That's
space.
good. It's a good idea.
And I don't think I'm going to score my non-existent monks. So I think I'm going to get onto the yeast game. I'm going
We're
to
doing good. We're
pay the 3.
playing
to
games
place
about
that
beer while drinking beer.
in my shady spot here.
I'm still wrapping my head around how this game works.
I mean, we'll soon find out, right?
Yeah, who's actually
We'll all
got
crash
the,
and burn
got
and
the
have
things
awful
going.
beer.
We're all on even playing ground here, right? Like
Yeah.
we
None of
literally
us have
don't
played
know
it.
what we're doing.
Well, Brother Kai, you done?
Mate, I am, Brother Tom.
All right, I am going to jump ahead quite a bit and pay 1 for a hops.
Yep.
But no, let's go cash game. I think cash game is where I'm at. I will pay 1, and I'll put him here.
One of those monasteries.
Brother Rocket.
All right, so
The real god is commerce.
I could A, jump up to the wood and pay 2 for the wood, or jump and grab myself that juicy hops, which I already have a 3 on the board, so I don't know really if hops is the way to go for this. But it means that if I activate one particular resource of one kind, then the hop games is where it's at.
Yeah.
And no one else can have hops. I'm gonna take the hops.
The 5 of hops.
The 5 of hops, please. For 5. 5.
Is the beer a part of the game? I mean, not. This beer's not. The game is about beer. It's about who can brew the best beer in their monastery.
The stream kind of happened by accident. We were like, we know we have to play this. And then we were like, oh, we've also got Red Dragon in. Oh, they're both about beer. Oh, I guess that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
pretty
happened.
much.
It happened pretty fast.
Surprisingly, we're Australian, so we also enjoy beer.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Brother Reese.
Oh wait, where did Lachlan put his thing? Because I didn't get to see that.
I put it right here, next to my monk man.
Monk man, can you push your board forward just a little sneaky bit for me? Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
okay, I
It's good, gives me more
Think.
arm space.
Yeah.
Resting room.
think I'm gonna get in on this monk game. I think I'm gonna try and get some monks. I'm gonna pay 2 coins for the monk of Brother
Get some
Lachlan.
guys out there tending the fields.
Get some workers, man.
Man, my monk
Teach
is
people how to
gonna.
work. I'm gonna
You didn't put your monk next to your monk?
put him in the
Oh.
shade. Yeah. It's alright. It's alright. I got plans, man.
You got plays?
I got plays.
Brother Kai.
Plays for
More
days.
than I've got. Well, what have I got ahead of me? I've got some cheap hops. some barley up there.
I mean, this was very tasty.
It was good.
Yeah.
Was. I didn't point out, although it's probably pretty self-explanatory. These ones here that are A, B, C, you can choose to activate them as A, B, or C.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just.
What? No way.
I just didn't explicitly state it.
Yeah.
I mean,
be
hey,
fair- to be
just reasons, right?
To be fair, I didn't even notice them. Because you didn't explain them.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was just gonna hope no one
Ruined.
noticed and then claim them all myself.
So does that mean that you can claim the same thing twice, or no?
No.
No, you still need to have a
Oh,
space
what a
to
bloody
put
legend.
the.
Oh, Governor Mort, thank you for
Hey,
the
thanks,
9
Mort.
months. Much appreciated.
That's the Twitch
I
baby.
That's a Twitch baby.
I can't get the finger guns working, so if everyone else could send some finger guns and some love in chat for Governor Mort, thank you so much. 9 months.
You know what? Of the 82 subscribers that we currently have on Twitch, I'm sure a few of them can chuck in some finger guns. Ain't that right, boys?
Heck yeah.
Looks at Twitch.
Do the thing.
Look,
Also, exclamation pride in chat because we need some colourful lights in here.
Heck yeah. All right, you know what? I'm gonna. Well, there's wood there as well. I didn't see the wood.
There is wood.
Everyone skipped over the wood.
Well, we assume that someone like yourself would take it.
Yeah, it's. I'm
This
a
is-
little bit worried I'm gonna miss out on some barley, but you know what? I am gonna take the wood for $2.
It's leapfrog.
It is also only the first round.
That's
Yes.
true.
Hashtag famous last words.
Uh,
Yeah, trying to figure out where to put it is hard. All the ones on the edges, you're like, these are never getting activated by monks. So you're using them to like put around sheds.
yeah,
activate
I'm
with other
torn between
numbers.
trying to fill this shed as quickly as possible, or placing it somewhere where a monk is going to be more efficient.
Yeah, I realized like I put my hops here and I'm like, I don't want that there anymore. Bad. Yeah.
Why is it bad?
Because I want the monk to activate and activate a lot of good things
Yeah.
and not a single one thing. Anyway,
It's gonna
I think I'm
a single one
I think I'm going to start. I think I'm going to keep going my circle around the shed here. I think I'm going to do that. So that costs $2. So there's $10. I need $8 change.
Oh yeah, you got coins.
So when you get something up in here, you can then ratio
yeah.
it, like move it down 1 and something else up 3, yeah?
At the very end.
At the very end.
At the very end, before we do final scoring, wherever
Okay.
your brewmaster is, will give you your exchange rate, and you just balance your ingredients as best you can because you score your lowest ingredient.
Yep.
times your multiplier.
Oh,
So
no.
if your worst ingredient is a 10, and I picked that because I'm terrible at math, and you and your brewmaster is times 3, for argument's sake, you'll get 30 points.
Gotcha. Interesting scoring mechanic.
It's going to be cool. All
So
right.
it's a bit of a balance and a...
Brother Kai, I'm very glad you did that because I really wanted to double up on some cheap hops.
Oh, all the hops is
double
gone.
single hops is the play for me. And I am going to... Oh, do I think I'm going to get a monk this turn? Probably not. Let's see what happens. I'm going to pay 2 for it. Where am I putting that there? There's a pile there. And I'm going to chuck it over here on this
Nice.
sunny side.
Nice.
And the only time
Check it
things
here on the sunny
activate is when you
Use
do
the scoring
your,
token.
When you
do your
take
thing.
a scoring disc.
That's
Or when you
crazy.
do-
Yeah, it's weird, right?
It's
When you
like
build a shed.
you're trying to build things up and
When
like
you, when you build a shed.
Yeah, so when you build a
building
shed,
sheds, yeah,
you can
will
activate depending on what your number is.
So we kind of glossed over them, but this one allows you to activate any 1 next to your shed. This one allows you to activate any 2 on opposite sides, any 3 that aren't touching. So
We're definitely gonna need green screens for these
And
because they're a bit weird. And
any
they're not
four-
gonna work very well.
Work very
But
well.
They're not gonna work at all. No, I failed.
But your brewmaster has to be on like how, so what's the
Nope, so-
7 to 8,
okay,
8
so
to 11?
alright. I
So
thought we
that's
glossed over
your-
them, but we're not going to.
Yeah.
If when you place the shed, if the total of the
Okay.
ones around it are 7 or less, the shed that goes there does nothing.
Yep.
But your brewmaster moves up 6 spaces. The next one,
Yeah, okay.
you only get to activate 1 resource, but your brewmaster moves up 3. The following one, you get to activate 2, but your brewmaster only moves up 1.
So what you're saying is you wanted to have all of your monks working on one shed to move your brewmaster like
Yeah.
7
Potentially.
spaces.
Yeah, that would, So that would
spaces.
mean if you really want to move your brewmaster, you want a shed that's got a very low number of resources around it and more monks potentially.
Yeah.
Cool.
I already figured that one out. That's why I got 2 ones around here.
He's thinking.
Nice.
He's doing,
Mine has
he's doing the big
8
brain.
and a monk, so we're doing okay.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
So,
Brother Lachlan.
Brother Lachlan.
All right, guys.
Silver Medal Tavern.
Hey!
Time to play the game all over again. Hello,
Working
welcome. We are playing Heaven and Ale, and then Red Dragon Inn. We are playing games all about beer. We are currently drinking a Chardonnay Ale, a beer wine hybrid.
Well, Tom is.
Yeah,
Tom-
correct.
Tom-
Yeah, everyone else
correct.
is-
Tom is still drinking.
I mean, to be fair, he was like, oh, there's a little bit left in the bottle.
You said
Tom
there was
just
a
goes,
little bit, so I thought there was just a little bit. And
Do you
there
not
wasn't.
look at the bottle? Like, do you not go,
Nah.
oh, there's this much in there?
So we're playing Heaven and Ale, and we are my brothers here, Brother Tom, Brother Kai, Brother Reese, and I am Brother Lachlan, as we are monks making the best beer
Yeah.
from our monastery.
This game has some wild mechanics, which is a board that you move around like
what a bloody
Monopoly.
legend. Here's
It's
finger
finger guns.
Thank you, Invader Sil.
See, I'd say this is more like leapfrog.
Yeah, it's worker placement, but around a board. You then have a board that you put resources on and you activate, but you can only activate each kind of resource in certain ways, based on the numbers on them and the type of resource, but also then putting monks there and also putting sheds there. And when you activate, you either get money if they're on the dark side or resources if they're on the light side, and your scoring is your lowest numbered resource at the end. So there's...
It's a lot of balancing, a lot of juggling, and
Yeah.
a lot of timing for when you score. So
It's cool.
we're gonna see how it all ends up.
We're figuring it out and we're drinking beer.
None of us have played it before, and
But it's cool.
I mean, I'm enjoying it so
If
far. I
you're
enjoyed
ever
the
lost
idea.
on anything, please just ask. We're going to jump back in and keep trying to explain our thoughts. Brother Lachlan, what are you thinking?
All right, I'm lost, Tom. What should I do? Should I go for the yeast, or should I just go straight to the moon and get myself some 5 barley?
See, that's what I think, because you've already got a 5 hops over there. So if you get another 5 barley, that means when you take the X activation, you could do 5 and get bulk money or resources.
It's also like a 5 barley is pretty good. Like, as far as we're all concerned, 5 barley is pretty
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
All right, hop me over there to the barley and not the hops, because there's no more hops on the board. And I'll take that 5, and I'm going to pay a big tenner and put it to my sunny side. I'm going to put it around
big
here.
money.
Put it around here on my
Big
sunny
spender.
side.
Awesome.
Nice.
Love how everyone is brother. Oh, it kind of happened by accident. What did you end up playing? Did you end up playing Splendor with your chat, or Istanbul, or what was the go, and who won? Also, Ghost Stories is a bad game. Don't at me.
No, I want his genuine opinion on Ghost Stories. All right, give me your genuine opinion of Ghost Stories right now.
On the spot.
On the spot. I want a full written 1,000-word essay. 2,000-word essay. Go.
Hey, I think.
Brother Reese, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna make the leap. I'm gonna shoot myself to the moon.
Oh, 5 wood.
I'm gonna pick up that 5 wood, and I'm putting it in the shade.
Dude, I
get
see
my
Marble
touch.
Splendor all over town because they sell it at like video game stores and stuff because it's themed. And like, I've been so tempted to pick it up so many times. Infinity Gem Splendor, I'm like,
It sounds cool. Like, it does sound cool.
yeah.
It's the hardest punishment ever made. There you go. That's Ghost Stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Did you have fun,
Brother Kai.
BDSM
you.
of board games.
Brother Reesethy?
No worries, Brother Kaiathan. Also, thank you for the biddies, Dark Side. Much appreciated.
Do you remember? I just had a flick through the rulebook and I couldn't see anything. I just noticed this money symbol and this like resource symbol here. Is that just supposed to say, put your money down here?
I think. I don't know.
I just had a flick through the rulebook and I don't remember reading anything about it. So
Give me the rulebook.
if that's integral to the game,
This is how you make money.
It doesn't seem to connect to
It doesn't,
anything.
like-
It just like
it's just there.
it's just there.
I feel like maybe it's just telling you to, have your money down here.
Yeah, but then it also has your resource blocks down
No,
here as
No,
well.
no. I think it's
It
just
doesn't
art.
highlight. It doesn't highlight it in the actual rulebook. It's not like this.
Yeah,
I
is
it's
think
like
I
outside
think
of
it's
the-
literally just art.
Oh, it's to tell you this side's for resources, this side's for money.
Oh, yeah.
The finger thing means the taxes.
Yeah.
You honestly did enjoy
Thanks for thinking, bro.
Ghost Stories.
Oh, what a
I can't.
I think that's 4 against 1.
Oh, thank you
Dark
for the 10
Subscriber
months.
Prime. What is he saying?
Oi, oi. Almost my Nerds of the West birthday. Thank you for the 10 months.
Getting close.
Nice.
Look, I can't fault people for having fun with ghost stories. I just hate ghost stories, and I spent my hard-earned cash on that. So,
Oh, I can't.
if anyone is allowed to have an opinion at this table,
Look, we'll just lock Billy and Matt in a room, and they can enjoy Ghost Stories together.
unless I'm missing something, I would like to sit down.
Hey, Corvin. I don't know if you stopped in already, but I just let you know.
Like,
something.
It's like we thought we were missing something, and then we went to the forums, and everyone was like, "Nah, it's genuinely bad."
the first time we played Ghost Stories, we lost and we covered up every single tile,
Yeah.
and we're like, "Oh man, that was really hard." And then we check the rulebook, and you lose when you cover up 3 tiles.
Yeah, and we were like, oh, we should have lost half
no.
an hour ago. That's
No.
Yeah. I played that game once and I can't say I had a good time.
Yeah.
All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a big old leapfrog as well.
Oh, Kai's still all the way out the back.
I've been hanging out here, picking up the dregs.
Dregs are good.
And as tempting as that yeast is,
It'll be there next round.
it will be the
Stays
next
there.
round, that's true. I'm
For
going to
someone
do
else
a
to buy.
bit of an alley-oop over here and buy this number 2 barley.
Mm-hmm.
And the question of whether or not I put it in my shady or my light side is a tough one, but I think I'm going to go with the shade
Yeah.
and pay $2 for that one.
I'm very thankful you did that, Brother Kai. I'm seriously tempted to pick up that 1 barley and jump in, but I think I got to get on this monk game and jump
That's a good
jump over here
Alright.
and pay 1
It's a
for a
very cheap
monk.
monk too.
And I'm kind of tempted because I know my plan, right? Spoilers for you guys, is to put monks next to each other here.
Whoa! No way.
So I'm tempted to put it here, but if I put him here and pay 2, I can then put a more expensive monk here next time.
That's a good.
It's a bit.
That's
That is pretty good because like monks don't really have a value other than what you bought them for on the
Yeah.
board. So getting a 1 monk.
Getting a 1 monk and putting him there seems.
He's seen
seems
the
plays.
Matrix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I'm starting to see
Yeah.
the Matrix.
And that's why they're
Yeah.
like 4, and then they come down to being 1 at the very
Yeah.
end.
I'm sort of got a thing working at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll explain next turn.
Oh,
but
100%.
yeah. All right. So that was
Him or
Kai.
no, that was Brother Tom's turn.
That was Brother
It's
Tom.
Brother
Thomas.
Lachlan's
Brother
turn.
Lachlan.
Oh, look at all the choices I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a choice of a scoring or a barrel, which I don't meet any of the requirements for
So then
barrels.
you will
You could-
get one of the spots here.
Yeah.
So you can choose to take first player. You can choose to move your brewmaster up 1, move one of your ingredients up to, or take $2. You can choose which one of those spaces you want to occupy if you get there first.
Interesting. I think like $2 is pretty good because I'm down to 3 duckins.
Yeah.
Ducats?
While he figures that
I
out.
like how you were like, I'm down to 3.
Money.
Dollary dues.
Dollar dues.
Monk money.
Yeah, SMT, we've been trying to figure out a new top-down because we do use a 4K webcam, but it's still a webcam.
the
Like
greatest,
it's
yeah.
when we zoom in on people's boards, you do start losing some of that quality, even though the pixels are there. Fortunately, I've been doing a deep dive on 4K cameras with some help from Rolling with Rock and Banzanita. I always forget how to say her name. They had a couple of recommendations that didn't work out, unfortunately. I was looking at the Canon M50 Mark II, but it's got a crop for the 4K, and no one in Perth has one that I can hire to test out. What ended up being really lucky, though, the new Canon 90D, which is a step up from the cameras that we use at the front, is a 4K camera, which we didn't know, because Bree has one.
Yeah.
That we can test, and I think that's going to be the way to go. As much as it's like a good 500 Australian more expensive than anything else, for the sake that we can test it, and it fits with all the other lenses that we have, it's so worth it.
And
That's our plan at the moment.
Yeah.
If you have any more ideas, please let us know.
Yeah, and if that is the case, because of your guys' helpful support of the channel, we'll actually be able to easily get our hands on one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you guys give us money, so we can spend the money on cameras.
And
That's
beer.
true.
No.
and beer!
Except for Reese bought all the beer.
I bought all the beer.
Reese
Yeah,
did
beer,
bring all the beer, except for Tom's.
Except for the
Tom's
one
one.
that Tom bought.
Okay.
But I bought that months ago to share with everyone in the first place. So.
All right, brothers.
Brother Lachlan.
Brother!
We're going for 2 coins.
2 coins?
Hey,
Smoot.
brother.
Smoot. Well, there's only one place I can go. And that is...
to the moon.
I'm actually going to take number 1.
Interesting.
I'm going to take first place spot.
Damn, I'm
I
going
can,
last.
I can dig it.
First dibs on the resources. It's oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's clockwise. Yes.
Yeah.
Last. Yeah.
I know, you see that and you go, oh, it must be in that. No.
I got some
Brother
plans.
Kai.
Some plans.
So I could take a scoring disc, but I don't think I've got enough out here just yet to justify much in the way of scoring. I don't think I meet any of the barrel requirements just yet.
Yeah.
And so it's going to have to be heading to the first end round. But do I want to move my brewmaster up 2?
It's a good
I
choice.
know, right? Trying to choose between moving Brewmaster and moving resources.
Or do I want to move my resources up?
You've got a lot of different resources.
do have a bit of a rainbow of resources here.
Nice.
I think I'm going to move my brewmaster.
Interesting.
I think I'm going to get him moving. Get him
Moving up on the track.
So Kai is
Heading up his
player 3, of
on
course
the
he is.
side here.
And you are now up. No, you're not up 1 space. We'll count it as 1 space. And so you can keep track. It's a bit weird. There's all these non-numbered spaces and then actually numbered spaces. But we'll use that score tracker just to see, like, this person is the furthest ahead.
It's
another
thematically,
10.
it's you're learning how to make the beer,
Yeah.
and then when you get up here, you're selling the beer. Like,
It's not a good game for score tracking because all the scoring's done at the end. I guess I'm moving up one of my resources because I have no other option.
one of your resources by 2.
By 2. You know what? Let's
Electric
play
Boogaloo.
it somewhat smart and move my yeast because I do not have yeast on my board yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair play, fair play.
Cool, and that is
Sorry, let me
the
use
end
it.
of the round.
It is.
So, Kai, would you like to explain how we set up the next round?
Sure.
And would someone like to go to the beer fridge and grab
I
us?
can get the beers. Would we like 4 different beers each and we'll have our own beer? Or do you want me to get 4 beers and we'll just go with those so we don't have to get up again? And we can have a little bit of each beer? Because I know I'm not going to like your sours.
Yeah, that is.
The
So do you want-
the only thing with doing that is a quarter of a can is not
Yeah.
much.
Beer each?
Yeah, let's go
Beer
beer.
Yeah, beer each.
I'm happy with that if everyone else is.
Cool.
Some kind of IPA.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have a
You
cider.
get what you get.
I can't remember what
Can I
Reese
have
brought.
the espresso beer, please?
You get what you get.
All right, Kai, how do we set up the next
He's gonna
round?
come in and throw a saltwater sour at me or something. I can see
Here's a
it.
can of water. Here's a can.
Suck it.
Goon bag of water.
So at the end of the round, all of the scoring discs get replenished to exactly 1, which is convenient because there is exactly 1 in all of the spaces. And then we take resources from over here and place 1 on each resource space, even if there's already a resource there. So these are going to have 2 resources on them, and when you rock up at those spaces, you can buy as many as you can afford.
And then these bad boys are monks?
Yeah.
Those bad boys are indeed monks.
So these
Very
go
cool.
on the monk spaces. Where's the next monk space?
Yeah.
Yo.
Bam, bam.
Yoo-hoo.
Oh, no Reese monk. Dang.
Oh, you know what show was it?
Oh, they do. They doubled up on the monks. I thought there might have been 1 of each kind every round, but it must be somewhat random.
Black Books is what it was, where they go to the monastery.
Did you double up on the resources? Cause
Did
I
not
didn't
double up
know,
on this
'cause
one,
I'm
and did not double
I'm
up
a big
on...
Galumba. I just explained how to do it and then didn't do it.
Because
You,
I'm
you
like,
can't buy both, can you? You can only buy
you
one.
can if you can afford both.
If you afford
Oh!
it, yeah. So, for instance, if you go here, you can either buy the 4 or the 2, or pay 6 for both, or pay whatever is relevant.
Yeah. As long as you can
Oh.
afford it, you can buy it.
I see a whiskey sour there for Tom,
Oh, fuck yeah, whiskey sour.
and the espresso one for Kai, and I'll take the,
Oh, look, he's
the
done.
ghost.
He's done well, boys.
He's done well.
He's done well.
Oh, he's.
I'm not sure if you heard that, Lachlan. These spaces that have both of them on,
Yep.
you can buy both.
At the same, so for the cost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can buy as much as you can afford.
All right.
Okay.
So what do we
But
what are
before
we
we
cracking
continue with
into?
round 2,
Let's get on to round 2.
Okay, so Tom, I believe I did get this one specifically for you. So
Appreciate
this is Running with Thieves Whiskey Business, which is a whiskey sour beer. Apologies if it doesn't taste good.
Is it
I
a
don't know
sour beer or a whiskey sour beer?
That I don't know. That's for you to decide because I don't like whiskey.
Loose
you to work
Collection
out.
is our seasonal range of quality beers that allow a head brewer to do whatever the whiskey sour he wants.
And where is it brewed?
Fremantle.
There you go. Running with
Ah.
Thieves, a local brewery.
Nice. Yes, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
Kai, you have the Dainton Chocktail Espresso Mocha Stout
Ooh, I do like a stout.
from Victoria.
I got to the fridge and
Coffee,
it's like,
beer, and chocolate. 3 key pillars of existence together in one can.
to be fair though, like, that does sound pretty good. That sounds like the beer I would have wanted. But then I was like, I got there, I was like, there's so many beers in here. What was the one that Kai wanted? I can't remember. I was like, I know that's the one that Tom wanted. Wait, the espresso beer. That's the one. And then I didn't know what Reese wanted, so I got him the only one that no one else would drink.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
that
fair
smells weird, but in a good way.
Okay. I have the Anderson Valley Briny Melon Ghost, which is a sour. Anderson Valley is in California. There you go.
Nice.
CA, California.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that is so
It is
light.
a watermelon
Just smells like a
flavored
Masters.
beer.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And I have the Colonial Hazy IPA. I've never actually had these. Everyone says they're so good, and now I just feel like the most boring beer at the table.
Nothing wrong with
but
just a classic IPA.
I'm also like, I've never had it, so they recommend it. Mine is 2 standard drinks.
Oh, well.
Well, you're off to the races, aren't you?
Yeah, mine's 1.7, and I'm like, oh,
Alright, so I just half-filled mine because I'm
Oh.
like...
God, Kai, that looks intense.
That looks so good.
That is...
We're going to need to turn the lights up in the room because that is just absorbing all the light. It is 2.5.
Yeah, it is a stout, so.
Watermelon
And-
on pizza, watermelon on beer. When will the madness end?
And mine is brewed in Margaret River. I didn't actually know Colonial was from Margaret River.
Yeah.
We're starting a little wall.
Oh, yeah, the can
got a
also
big-
opens up.
Have you got your can there, Thomas?
Oh yeah, I forgot we were
Brother Thomas?
doing a wall of...
It is pure hipsterism over
Oh,
here.
you've got one of the lids that comes all the way
Yeah.
off. I actually like those over a normal
This
can, if I'm
is...
being
Alright,
perfectly
so
honest.
this is about 1.2
Oh my
standard
God,
drinks.
that smells...
Give that a whiff. It's very strange.
That smells really, really...
I need to do something with
It's
this for the
strange.
It
time
doesn't smell like
being.
whiskey.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't like it.
Oh, fuck that. That is a nope.
Smell-o-vision on Twitch when.
That's so...
Oh,
That is awful!
that
That
smells
sounds awful!
Kai and I are like, that is interesting.
I'm going to taste the dregs from your can here.
That smells horrible, dude.
Is it bad?
Oh my goodness.
No, not good.
I'm not offended if it goes down the sink. That's
I'm gonna give it a moment.
It smelt like rotten eggs.
It's like smoky.
It's very smoky.
Oh, what did you do with my thing?
I put it down there.
Oh, I was going to put it inside the can when I'm done. Yeah, I just needed to rest it somewhere.
Do you want to try and not
No,
drink?
it's not ready.
I'll give it a go.
I am not touching that. That is.
It's intense. It's definitely a sour, not
Okay.
a whiskey
It's
sour.
definitely a sour.
Oh, so it's a
Actually, that's
whiskey-flavored sour beer.
Better the second time.
Yeah.
I might warm up to that.
Reece,
is a
I would like to say
whiskey-flavoured
that you and I
sour beer.
have the most regular looking beers.
Yeah.
That color right there, that is what I love.
That's a good looking beer. Well, cheers.
Cheers, boys.
And on to round two. Oh, wait. I hope we're not doing 6 rounds of beers.
Oh, God.
No,
Hold on,
definitely
wait.
not.
There we go. I do need to drive. This is.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what sobers you up? Heavy thinking when you play some board games.
Oh, that is.
All right, if you are just joining us, we are Nerds of the West. We are playing games
that your watermelon?
celebrating
Yeah.
beer.
briny
This
one,
is
yeah.
Heaven and Ale, a game all about brewing beer. We go around the board, we place our little dude down, we pick up some
Ooh,
resources.
that's nice. I could drink that. I'm not a sour guy.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Lachlan's
That is
about to
very nice.
love his moment. And we are drinking beer while we play because we're some crafty boys with some crafty beers.
Oh, hang on. I'll try it, but don't be pulling any Swifties on me.
It's good.
We've done the deal. No, you can have that. I don't want that anymore.
Someone
Right, that one-
Fancy, thank you.
trying to make a jump with
That one
beers
got
over
me
the
good.
board. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Have we got a biddy?
A durian
not a biddy.
sour.
A channel point thing in there for swap beers.
That's the swap board.
Instead of swap beers.
No, please no. I'm actually
I'm not touching that. That
Do
is.
you want to try it? It's a sour. Maybe Reese will like it, but I seriously
Reese
doubt
won't
it.
like it.
See, I feel like Kai's got it worse because he's started like at the top,
Yeah.
and like it's hard to go backwards from there. Like going from like a stout.
It's an intense
down.
flavour.
I don't know,
Yeah.
if I'm drinking a paddle, I usually
I'm
start
gonna-
with the dark beers.
Oh, really?
I'm going to
Okay.
try another one of these.
That is horrible. Oh,
I don't hate it. I wouldn't.
I taste bacon.
Yeah,
Like
no, that's it.
bad
You taste
bacon.
They've tried.
Yeah.
They've tried to do bacon smoky beer.
You know what? Apart from it smelling like vomit, it doesn't taste terrible, but the smell.
It smells bad.
The smell makes it so much worse.
Look, I know you said you won't hate it. I think I'm going to get another one.
that's
That's not a
Dude, it's
not a good time.
dude. That is.
I am not
In
upset.
case you didn't work it out, we're not sponsored by any of these beers.
That is horrible. By running with thieves.
Look, everyone's tastes are different, and I'm sure
Nah,
there are people
dude,
who
like-
enjoy that.
How's the hazy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hang on, you have to take another swig, Tom. Someone redeemed hydrate, and that's still your drink.
No, that was.
I need to wash my mouth out.
Oh,
Like,
Mine's delicious.
it's
It
like-
tastes like a Master's mocha,
dude.
but also a stout.
dude, I could drink that.
Yours was
But,
delicious. Yours was delicious.
This is tasty.
That
I once
is
had
tasty beer.
I had a German stout once, which was like drinking Vegemite. That was actually really good.
Did you want to try the briny?
Yeah, right.
Give it a
Go
crack.
So
Smells
I'm not,
like
not
ass.
usually a sour guy, but that's quite nice.
Yeah.
The watermelon.
See, I don't know if it's specifically a watermelon one, but it's got the watermelon taste to it.
Damn,
could
that-
just be
You know what?
briny.
That is good.
It could just
Alright?
be briny beer, right?
You know that is good. Maybe the more that I've hung out with Reese, the more I'm getting into sours.
Sours are so hit and miss, and that one was definitely a miss.
What have you replaced it with, Tom?
My favourite local brewery,
Which
Feral.
I dislike. I do not like Feral at all.
Feral Shooter's Juicy IPA with a pig on the can.
I almost picked that one up for you, Tom. But
Appreciate
then I
it.
was also like,
Let's get the whiskey one, yeah.
I knew you wanted to try the whiskey, and I'm glad we got it out of the way.
Yep.
We tried it.
You start with the shit ones, and then you go towards the good ones.
We won't be hydrating every time. We'll try and do it, but we are drinking responsibly. Also, on the topic of channel points, we did say that the whole game redemption thing will be shifting slightly. From this week, any games that you request are for next month's thing. So it's a balancing act of the games that have been requested. People can't then request games for this month because other games already have votes. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you in chat can request games for us to play once a month. We will play games requested by chat. Every week we will vote on the games requested by chat. with 30,000 channel points, and you can get 1 vote for free, and 1,000 channel points gets you another vote towards whatever game you want us to play.
Nice.
Yeah, I must say
Someone
that
open this for me. My fingers are not
I
working.
gotcha.
I'll say this month also was ruined by COVID.
Oh yeah.
We had a bit of a weird month.
We're very lucky here. We are out of restrictions.
It smells nice.
I'm going to try this one.
Yeah, go for it. I thought you already had.
I
The
have
smell,
not.
I can already taste it just from the smell.
Yeah.
At least like Tom's
Ooh,
last
that's-
one.
Oh yeah. Did
was
you want to try
awful.
the brownie?
Is this the which
That
one
is very
this?
juicy.
And this is
watermelon.
the
Watermelon?
Did they both fall this side?
Lip.
one fell that
One of
side.
each.
Ah, Reese!
That's staying there.
We'll get that later.
I'll get that later.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, see?
That's real good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I think it's
Hey, we should really start round 2.
We
We should really start round 2.
Alright, so I'm first player. I will go first. Alright, so I was going to explain what I was doing and how I've really fucked up. So, alright, at the moment I'm looking at my center bit.
Yep.
I've got 2 monks down, right?
Oh, nice.
I can put 2 cheap ones here, and as long as I get up to 12, I'll
Yep.
get 2 activations on the opposite sides, which means I can fill it up with 12,
Yeah, nice.
activate the 2 monks, and then the 2 monks will activate everything else.
Nice.
Problem is, I should have put other things around the monks to make the most
Yeah.
of my monks, which I have not. So, we're going to see how this plays out.
So
Do
see here.
sheds activate anything or just resources?
Sorry, anything.
Anything,
So
that's what I
any of the
thought,
spaces
but-
that are around it.
Yep.
So for mine, right, I've already meet that 12 requirement, and I've got some nice 5 wheat, and I've got a monk, which would then like activate
Yeah,
these 2 here.
yeah.
So like I already meet the requirement, so I could put 2 cheap things, and it would work out quite nicely for me. So this is actually could be better. It definitely could be better, but it's not terrible.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 4 hops,
Nice.
Nice.
and I'm actually just going to put it down here.
Oh, and he hops to the lead. All right, here's your 1 coin.
And 1 coin, please. Thank you very much. That is my turn. Brother Kai, your turn.
I think I also shot myself in the foot a little bit now that I'm thinking more about positioning.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I think we're all probably going to be in the same boat.
I feel like going for a shed early is not bad though, because you.
I mean,
could
that's what I'm
activate-
kind of.
Well, you've got to
gunning
get
for?
like once you get your first shed, then getting your second shed is going to be a lot easier, and that's how you're going to get your activations, right?
Yeah.
Like you need to build sheds to activate more than just relying on your other things. So I think it's going to be like we probably think that there's not as many activations as you think there is.
Oh, that's so good. Dude.
Okay.
Look how hazy that one is compared to yours.
It's pretty good.
So what are
I'm-
you thinking, Brother Kai?
I'm torn between getting something else in the sun by getting
It's
something
so
cheap.
creamy.
Oh, it's good.
Not what you wanted. Sorry, Kai.
Look at Kai's. Kai's is basically black cream.
I've totally forgotten about the barrels. We'll come back to barrels later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd like a monk, but he's a little bit expensive.
Mm.
So I think I'm gonna do a bit of a large jump.
Because you can jump as much as you want. It really doesn't
Absolutely,
matter.
over to here.
Just jump straight back to the start.
And purchase some, and purchase some yeast for 2, but I'm going to pay 4 in order to place it in the sun. Fun in the sun here.
That will cost you $4.
Perhaps. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen? I was just thinking that was $4, wasn't it? So $1 change.
Could I have the rule book, please?
Absolutely.
Brother Reese.
I was just thinking about that episode of Black Books where they drink that like
crazy expensive
ridiculously
wine.
expensive wine and try to make their own
Yeah.
to replace it and kill the Pope.
So good. So good.
That's probably the worst that could happen.
I am going to jump on that 1 yeast.
You are yellow?
Yep. I'm going to pay $2 dues. And chuck this bad boy down next to my other boys here.
Nice. Alrighty. So we got some options here. And I am struggling with coins.
You've
'cause
only
I
got
have,
5 coins.
I have 5 coins, right? So it's like, yeah, I could buy any of the like wood. I could buy the wheat.
Well, that's
I
the thing.
could
If you buy that for like 4 and put it somewhere you can activate it for money, that gets you 4 coins.
that
And
is
can
true.
combo with other
It does
things.
kind of pay for itself.
Yeah, okay, let's go with that. And let's go with that barley for 4 coins. Leaving me on 1 coin. Thank you very much. We'll put him right next to
Very
old
interested to see Lockie's next turn.
because I'll be
Because
activating.
you'll be activating something for the first time.
Yeah.
My turn.
Brother Brees.
Cool. I'm actually gonna do an activation. I'm gonna take.
Do monks activate sheds if they're next to one?
No, sheds only
no.
activate when they're placed.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So I'm taking the A disc, and I'm gonna put it on the X.
Reese is activating first.
I'm activating the number 4.
Yep.
So I have 2 4s. That's gonna get me $8.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna put $2 dues back and
Love
take a
to
10.
see it.
All right.
Don't know if I'm a big fan of this.
Of the hazy.
Yeah. It's alright.
Yeah, how good's this one?
Alright. That's pretty good. That's definitely better than this one. Maybe that's why.
What have I got?
And I
2, 4,
tried
6.
Kaya's stout and I'm like, damn.
You got the most bland one.
Nothing wrong with a basic IPA.
6.
I'm sorry, Lachlan.
What are you counting there, Kai?
Ten.
You guys talked
So
it up.
I'm counting my shed space here is currently surrounded by a value of 10. Which means if I was to
3
purchase
and
something
1.
worth 1 and place it here, I would only be able to activate one of the adjacent spaces, but my Brewmaster would move up 3 spaces, which is quite tempting.
Hi, Cracker Maple. We tried a whiskey sour beer. It was not good.
It smelled like vomit.
It
it's bad
tasted
times.
like moldy bacon. Like that.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So it tastes like vomit.
I think you guys are being a little bit harsh, but
So what are you thinking, Kai? Are you going to jump in on that? Or because you've got a decent amount of money.
I do.
If there's something, I guess the problem is the closest thing that you can buy for like 4 is all the way up here.
That's the thing. I don't want to jump that far ahead, I don't think.
Well, like,
could
what
buy
about,
a
what about like?
monk.
I'm
No, 'cause
considering
if
the
you-
monk.
What if you bought the
It
water?
would cost me 6. The water would also cost me 6.
And the barley would cost you 6.
I just don't have any monks out yet.
Put a monk? Oh no,
And
because if you put a monk there, it doesn't help you
What do you mean?
because it wouldn't add to the value.
It doesn't
around
matter.
your
That's
shed.
not to the
He's already at
value.
10, so it doesn't.
But unless I'm aiming to get up in
Into-
value,
into
that's,
value,
that's
yeah.
the question of whether or not I want to increase in value or not, which I'm not certain of as yet.
White Claw.
White Claw's bad.
White Claw's
Uh,
bad.
Claw's bad.
Beck's got the it's either dark cherry or grape. I can't remember. It's
Sir.
purple.
Sir,
It's pretty good.
sir,
It's pretty good.
sir.
It's pretty good.
No.
It's pretty good. The one
Actually-
I had at Frosttown to reset my palette, that works well. Anyway, what are you thinking?
I think I'm actually going to delay my shed just slightly.
Okay.
I'm going to move very timidly onto this space here and pay 1 measly buck to place this wood in the shade over here
Very cool. Very cool.
and try to play a slightly longer game, see how long I can drag this round out.
Yeah. I'm doing the same thing as you, Brother Kai, because I am going to purchase that monk for 4. I've got $11 dues,
Tom is yellow.
Yep.
There you
so
go.
I will get $7 dues. No, $6 dues back. I can't math.
Yep.
And he will go right down there next to my other monk, just like I said I would.
Nice.
Try and work some double activations in here.
Nice. Cool. Lachlan.
He doesn't look happy.
No, not happy, but just like there's so many things to consider.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I have 1 coin, right? So it's like I could buy a 1, and I could jump to that yeast and buy that 1.
True.
I could activate my monk and get me some nice coin.
You could sell one of your privilege cards for 3 coin.
And do I still get a action?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
just at any time in your turn you can sell one of those for 3 coins.
I need to know what these privilege cards do before I decide which one to get rid
Yeah, I
of.
mean,
That's a good point.
you could jump on the B spot, activate your monk, and get like $12.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not horrible. I
Like-
mean, that's what I did, and that's suddenly freed up a bunch of things for me to do.
Yeah, so let's do that. Let's jump onto there.
So you are red.
Red, yep. So move 1 space forward. I take the score token and I put it onto the monk here, the yellow monk.
I believe it's a scoring disc.
Scoring disc. I forgot what it was called. I was like, is it even a scoring disc? Because it's not. It's what? And that's going to get me 12.
Nice. $12.
I don't want to sell any of these. These are all good.
Yeah, that's my
the
thing.
thing.
And then I was like,
But you're not
I
going
guess
to
I can
use them all.
start getting money. Like,
So now I can't activate him again using that scoring disc.
yeah,
But he's done, and he was worth quite a bit. So,
Yeah.
like,
It's an interesting trade-off of balance of getting stuff right away and
yeah,
kind of.
yeah. All right, so my turn.
Beck wants us to drink, and for once, I'm
We
feeling
already drank.
Oh.
Oh, did we? Okay, well.
Sure, we did.
I noticed me and Lachlan both looked at chat and just.
Yep.
yep.
Okay, I'm going.
We are drinking responsibly, Beck. So if you do use hydrate, we may or may not drink. It is all up to us.
We're not going to skull.
Yeah.
I'm doing the long
binge
leap,
drinking.
boys.
Long leaps.
Long leaps.
Long leg
Oh,
race.
wow, that is a big jump.
Reese doing the long leap. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do.
Yes, your legs are long.
I'm gonna buy both.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
So
that's
4 will go in the shade, and 2 will go in the sun, and that will cost me a total of 8.
Oh,
Love
big plays. Actually, that's where the strength is getting 2 for 1.
Yeah,
2 for 1 movement.
cool.
That's
Brother Kai.
that's really good. That was a really good move. Really good move. I think I'm going to buy my first monk. I'm going to buy Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Wow.
I'm going to pay 6 for him. So I'll get $4 back. Oh, that's so much money. And I'm going to place him in the sun, just here, hanging out,
Oh, I can't even do it.
counting his midichlorians.
Okay,
He's a good boy.
The maths has set in. Okay.
Reese has math brain.
Is this like Power Grid? Bring out the calculator.
He might have to. While Brother Reese is sorting himself out, I'm going to continue with my very basic maths game and jump up and get myself another 1 of yeast. And now I have 4 tiles of 1 on the board. And I pay my 2 for that to happen. And now I need 2 more tiles of 1.
Okay.
And I get myself a barrel.
What? Are you getting a barrel?
6. Not yet. I need
okay.
2 more things
Yeah.
worth 1.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But there are plays here, Lachlan.
There
Things are
it is.
happening.
That's solid. That's solid.
All right, Brother Lachlan, it is now your turn.
Yeah, rough. All right, so I've just done the calculations, and I cannot simply get to the 24 of this farm.
Yep.
It's too expensive.
24 is rough.
Too expensive. And
So
Reese just like talking.
Yeah, but-
Rain
but
handing it
better.
over here.
Maybe you should pray to Obi-Wan Kenobi for some help.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. My only hope.
Okay, I don't have any water. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump up, we're going to nab that water. That is that water space.
Yep.
We're going to pay 6 for that.
Ooh, fancy.
Ho, baby.
well,
That's
haven't
gonna go-
you done well?
That's going to go in the sun. Over here, I need $4 change,
Cool.
leaving me on $7 left. And we've almost surrounded the center farm barn.
Well done.
All right.
Brother Reese.
I'm gonna jump over to another player disc
Ooh.
or score disc, sorry, and I'm gonna put it on the red monk here, which will activate my monk here, giving me 8 plus 5 is 13. Yep,
Yeah.
13 coins,
Proud of you.
$13 dues. I will exchange money in a sec, as well as moving my yeast up 2, because that's in the sun
Nice.
and is worth resources and not money.
Very cool. Very cool.
So
as
that
per the
is-
symbol at the bottom of your board.
yeah. So and then I'll trade that in
As we have
for
established.
$5 dues. All right, cool. That is my turn.
I apologize, I wasn't zoomed in on Reese for that, but you can see he activated his red monk. It's got some stuff around it. He got money. Brother Kai.
Oh boy. I ran out of money quicker than I kind of anticipated.
Don't you just? It's like as soon as you start going in the sun, you're like,
Yeah. Yep. It starts costing big bucks. So.
Yep. No, you keep on. I got an idea.
There's also that old trying to work out what your teammates, not your teammates, your opponents are going to try and nab to
We're
try
not
and...
friends.
We're not friends. We're religious rivals. I'm going to jump...
I'm just going for it. Like I'm just enjoying this game to see how
It's
it
an
plays,
interesting
as opposed
puzzle.
to going.
Yeah.
I know what I did wrong.
I have ideas. I don't know if they're going to work.
Well, I've just calculated, right? So when I put my barn down, I could go to the next bracket, but the next bracket would get me 3 different things, as opposed to 2 different things. Problem is, though, if I go for the 2 different things and not go to the next bracket, then my monk activates, and I get more coin that way than if I had activate 3 things.
That's tough.
Yeah.
But hey, Morin's got internet back, so that's nice.
Hey!
Trying to watch
360p.
Boardgames on 360p seems like a bad idea.
kind of feel like I put my wood in the wrong spot when I bought that.
Yeah, I feel that.
But you know what? It is what it is.
Do you want to swap? Do you want to swap?
I'm going to go ahead
Do you want to tip it down the sink and
and
grab something else?
I'm going to go ahead and nab this monk,
I was thinking about it, because if you've got 2 of the same monk, they both activate, right?
Yeah.
and they each activate individually. So
Yeah.
I was kind of tempted to wait for the cheap monk, but I can't know if that's going to be there by the time I get there.
Yeah.
And the fact that
Someone
they
decided to do the long leap across the board.
the fact that 2 Obi-Wan Kenobis are better than 1,
Yep.
I'm going to place him.
I don't think that's a good idea,
No,
'cause they
that's
don't
not,
double
that's
activate
not
each
the
other.
best idea, actually.
Problem
now
is,
that I'm
though,
thinking
like,
about it.
problem is, though, it's like I've already used mine for the monk that I have.
That's why I should have placed that other one in the other spot.
What are you doing, Kai?
Stupid
Silly Kai.
monks doing monk things. They're just stupid. It's okay. It's okay. You know what? I'm going to put him there anyway.
Okay.
And build myself a shed,
Cool.
Hey.
which is
Nice.
worth 10. So I get to place one of these and activate
Anyone.
one of the surrounding tokens and move my Brewmaster up 3 spaces. Boop, boop, boop. He's going to hang up here. And I'm going to activate the monk to activate both of these 2 spaces, which gets me $2, which I had to pay 4 for that guy. Didn't. So that totals to that.
Mhm.
And it also moves my yeast up 2 spaces.
Yep.
Sorry, question.
Yo.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like 2 around it or whatever. So, like, if it's the 2 or the 3, it has to be those particular spots, right?
Yes.
Well, the 2 is 2 adjacent.
Yep.
So it doesn't have to be the 2 left and right as long as they're adjacent.
Oh, so it could be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the 3 is any 3 as long as they're not touching.
Yes.
So it can be like
Okay. So it
Yeah.
is like.
It is any spots, but not all spots.
There's a lot of strategizing where things go, and now that I've
Seen that?
seen it, I'm like, can we start again?
Yeah.
It's taken us an hour to do 1 round. So
Yeah, I know.
We're going to keep
Sorry,
on
guys,
smashing.
we're gonna-
It's such an interesting game. This
We
is,
also
Yeah.
stopped to taste beers.
Yeah.
yes.
I don't want to spend all my money, but also spending money is a good idea.
Spending money is good.
So, I'm going to spend
Well, where are you going, Tom?
$3 dues for a piece of barley.
Sure.
And I'm going to pay the 3 because I don't have enough to pay 6, and place him down next to my other piece of barley up here, surrounding my thing just a little bit.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna go here.
Are you?
Are you?
Oh no, it's sorry.
Brother Reese.
Brother Reese.
Lachlan, your turn.
not a lot of good things here, alright? There's
What do you want about? There's some great things here.
Well, I have 7 coins, which yeah, it's alright. Could be better. Could be worse. It's hard because now I'm thinking about trying to fill this spot.
Yep.
So then that way I can put a barn in there. I could
Yeah.
put something that's like not worth a lot, and then I would stay in the 2 category barn, and I would activate these 2 because then I'd get my dollars from that.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like,
Yeah, you really want to be activating monks as much as possible, hey?
Let's go to the market. No, can I jump up to the 5 and the 1?
Yes,
Yeah.
Please.
You sure can.
I wanted that. I
Okay.
knew it wasn't going to last.
Yeah. I
So
also wanted
I'm-
that, but it's fine.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pay 6 for it.
Yep. So you want both of them?
Ooh.
Yeah, please.
There we go.
Too
I'm gonna put the
nasty.
5 next to Mr. Monk. And the 1, if I spend 1 more coin, I could put him on this side, which would then be 11, 17, which would then only be a 2-er anyway.
Which is not bad, because you could activate the monk and the 5 and get, like, bulk wheat. Bulk
Yeah.
barley.
Let's do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it there, and we're gonna spend all my dollars, so 7 coin. I'm gonna get a shed of 2.
Sure. There we go.
I'm gonna activate my
Dude, this
barley
activation
and
game
my
is
thing.
wild.
Nice.
So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Yep.
moves up. Activate my monk, which is getting me 10,
19?
17,
17. Yep.
17 coins.
Nice.
So I was like, yes, but it's sort of the games where it's like, oh, you don't want to hold off too long from doing something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Yeah.
oh, there's so many good plays, and it's like it's not always the best play. It's something just needs to be a good play for it
Yeah.
to still be worth it.
Alright.
We're too caught up in making the best play.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that one.
Oh,
Pay,
and my beer master moves up.
Moves up
pay,
1?
Pay 6, because that's going in the sun.
Nice.
Brother Kai, your turn.
Thank you, Brother Reesethi.
Kaiathan. Kaithane.
I think I'm going to keep moving slow and steady and pay 2 of my remaining $3 dues to get some water in the shade down here.
Very cool. Right down that bottom corner there. All right, I was considering that move, but I think I need to get myself some cash dollars. So I am going to... Ooh. There's another one right in front of me. I don't have to jump all the way up to there.
yeah.
I can use this one.
Wouldn't matter anyway.
No, but it means I can wait and potentially purchase this wood with all the dosh I'm about to make.
Brother Tom, don't be
Wait
so
and see.
silly.
So I am going to activate my... We've already seen 2 Obi-Wans. Sorry, 3 Obi-Wans. So
Yeah.
potentially there's more of my other guy coming out. So I'm going to activate my Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Do we know how many Obi-Wans there are?
Don't know, but I
couldn't
assume
tell
they're
you.
all equal.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm going to activate my Obi-Wan Kenobi,
That's metagaming.
which will activate these 1, 2, 3, which will move my hops up 1 and my yeast up 2. He will also then activate my... Who did we say this was?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Brother Lachlan.
That's like
Brother Lachlan, which will get me 4, 7, 8 dollary dues.
Why, yes.
So not quite the 17 or whatever that Lachlan got, but still a pretty decent haul.
nice.
Nice.
Brother Lachlan.
Alrighty, let's get some wood.
Fair.
Yep.
Let's
True.
get some wood.
True.
So, we can put it on the sunny side or on the shaded side. Didn't really decide where I wanted to put it. I just knew that I needed wood as opposed to where it was going to go. Let's put it... Everything's terrible, isn't it?
Yep.
Everything is terrible.
Yep. The world is an abyss.
Sure is. Let's put it on the other side of... If I put it there, so that's on... That's so annoying. It's 13. So I'm already into that bracket, which means I could activate him and something else. Let's put it there anyway. Cool. Maybe we'll make it to the... Maybe we'll make it over the line.
Nice. I'm gonna buy this monk for 1.
Fair.
Dang it, Brother Reese.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Brother Kai.
I had $1 left and it was going to be that guy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's your turn. You can now buy
Well,
who
I
you want.
shall. Very well. In that case, I will do a much less efficient scoring disc move than I was planning, but that's okay. I'm going to score for the number 2 to score 6 Ducatity doos.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Do you want a 5 and a 1
Sure.
to make 6?
They don't teach math at my
So,
monastery.
to make money in this game, there's 2 sides of your field. There's a sunny side and there's a shaded side. When you activate the hexagons in the shaded side, you gain money for the numbers on there. So if you activated this 5 water, you get 5 coins. If you activated on the sunny side, instead of getting money, you move your ingredients up your beer brewing
Quality track, I would
Yeah,
say, is
yeah.
kind of the best way to describe it.
So, and it's more expensive to place them in the sunny side. It's double cost to put them in the sunny side. So to put a 5 down in the sunny side, it costs you 10, whereas to put them in the shaded side, it would only cost you 5. So there's this juggling act of like putting all your really like your 5s in the shaded side to get more money, but then you're not going to be able to improve your quality because it's going to cost you double.
That's it. So I just activated 2. The last thing which I didn't describe out loud was that my yeast moved up by 2 as well, because it's 2.
Nice.
I,
Brother
with
Tom.
my lovely new piles of dosh, will jump all the way forward because you've taken everything else from me,
Yep.
and take
the
this bit of hops and pay 6 for it.
There you
And this
go.
is where things get a bit weird.
Sure.
Nice.
Because I'm going to put it down here and enclose this space with a shed. And that shed scores 4, 7, 10, 11.
Yep.
So it is a shed number 1.
Yep.
And my Brewmaster
Brewmaster?
moves up 1, 2, 3, and I'll score that for myself. And then because it's a shed number 1, I can activate any one of my things. So I'm going to activate this monk
Yep.
and score myself, or get myself 8 dosh again.
Nice.
And he then activates this monk, and I'm going to get my yeast up 2, and my hops up 1.
Yep.
And
Is that as weird as it got?
that's as weird as it got.
Okay, cool. I was expecting some game.
No, it wasn't
Because usually
anything.
when you're like, this is where it gets weird, and just
Uh-oh.
No, it's more that I've got my little engine going and I'm showing it off.
yeah, fair enough.
I got my monks activating multiple times a turn, and I'm
Yep.
pretty happy.
Nice.
I believe we're all now just selecting our final spots on the board. So Lachlan,
Essentially.
brother Lachlan, would you like to go first next round, or would you like some kind of bonus?
First is not necessarily the best because they're normally like quite expensive unless like really good comes up early.
You also have a lot of dosh.
I do have a lot of dosh.
You also have the choice of anything around the board.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You know what? Fair point.
Okay, let's go first. I went last time, and I went last in the first round. Let's go.
Let's get in there.
Let's get in there.
Brother Reese.
I'm going to move my Brewmaster up 1.
How are you guys doing? Are you enjoying the game? And also, what is your favorite beer?
That's a very good question.
Sort of digging this. Sort of.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What's your favorite beer?
Best beer I've ever had. Rye of the Beholder, a rye pale ale from Northbridge Brewing Co. Like, nothing else I've ever had was like that. It was so smooth, it was so hoppy, it was just...
I mean, they also have Long Island iced tea on tap, so you know they're a quality like place.
I'm going to take the $2.
So I have 3 or 4 that come to mind.
Jump me onto that +2 resources,
Yeah.
and I will take the +2.
So, of course, VB.
We do-
Victoria Video, the very best. The Guilo Rainbow Sherbet Sour,
Dude,
also
that
very
is
good.
so good.
Yeah.
A beer should not taste like that.
It's pretty good.
The apricot and sea salt sour that I brought today, which
Yeah?
highly rate.
Huh?
Highly rate. If we crack that open, I'll...
All right, nice.
And then there was a beer that I had at Molnir's over in Melbourne that cost me like $150, and it was beautiful. It was a nice...
I would hope so.
It's like that whiskey Kai and I had, where it was like
Oh,
$30 for
the
the
taster,
dude.
for the 15 mil
yeah.
taster.
The snake bite one, right? That was
Yeah, so Jugite is their less expensive
Yeah.
one, and I can't remember what the super expensive one. And Jugite is nice, right? We paid what, like
We bought a
$200 for a bottle for it,
each.
and that's good whiskey. But that stuff, it's $30 for a taster, and it's like $1,500 a bottle from their home store, and like $3,000 if you buy it retail. Like
That's crazy.
it is the most insane thing I have ever
delicious.
tasted.
It was a Scotch style whiskey, but brewed in Western Australia using peat from the Valley of the Giants, which is in our southwest, and it was amazing. The Jarrah smoke you could taste in there.
You know, you know when people drink wine or whiskey and they're like, you get a lingering taste of this, then about you got all of that, and you're like, oh, that stuff does exist.
Yeah.
If you pay thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, Moron was there when I had the $150 beer, and he can definitely vouch for the fact that I was like, this is good beer.
Was it just a glass?
Hi, Davey.
No, it was actually like a 500ml bottle.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, and they put it in a nice goblet glass.
That's cool.
Not bad. $150 for like.
No, but like $150 for a pint is different from $150 for a.
For a I was
Yeah.
expecting a small thing.
Like
Yeah.
a long.
Hey, Davey, how you doing? Welcome in. This is a game about brewing beer. Lachlan is about to go first for this round and decide what he wants to do and explain why he wants to do it.
Good. I don't know, and I also don't know, but we are drinking beer.
That's the bit that sticks
Yeah.
in Brother Lachlan's head.
There's a lot of choices. There's a good. So the monk, like obviously this monk seems a lot less, like nowhere near as good as the later monks.
I
but
know
you're
it's
like,
true, but here's the thing. I want one of those monks because he would then fill in the same space for this to get me one of the cards, right? I'm starting to think about those things.
All right, coin check, $10,
But,
$9.
I have $9.
$12.
Nice. I have $17. I'm just thinking about what I can buy and then also beat you out in the market as well.
Fair.
Yep.
But now we're starting to do activations a bit more regularly as well. Like there are plays here, boys. There are plays.
There are plays. You are correct. So having two monks next to each other activate the monk, so then the monk does the monk thing.
Yeah.
Great. I don't think having a monk right now is going to help me, considering that he's not next to a monk.
Monk.
Monk. Monkity monk.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Let's go to the market. Let's go to the double one where it's a 5 and a 3.
Yep.
Ooh, all right.
Let's take that.
So,
Large purchases.
Large purchases are correct. That's exactly what's happening here. So much so that'll make it 18, which will put me into a 3. It's pretty good.
So many things to consider in this
All right.
game.
So I would like to
really
put
are.
the 5. It's like it's so good dollar-wise, but also I don't even know if I need.
How many 5s have you got so far? You've got 3.
I've got 3. I don't have one of those, so I've pretty much got
I'm just pointing out, man. You're the closest to getting this barrel to get an extra couple of points.
You are correct, and also they're good. They are good money makers for me. I'm not going to lie. They have made me a lot of money. The investment's worth it. The investment. But I'm not sure if I want to put it on my sunny side or my shady side. Is my big. I have the dollars and I want to activate it, so then I can get the benefits of buying it in the first place. It's tough.
Tough decisions.
And it would give me a 3, which means I could do that, and I could do that one. It's quite nice. So let's do it. We're going to put it into the shady side. And we're also going to take the wood, naturally. So 5 for that. Goes into my shady side around this happy go-getter farm. And then the 3,
That's a damn good farm.
it's a damn good farm. So currently it's on 18, which is into the 3 bracket. There's nothing that I can... Oh, I'm on 18, so if I get another 5 on there,
No.
I would just be short anyway, so it doesn't matter.
To get a 24, you really have to like pile the 5s on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have like it pretty much surrounded. So
Four
what we're gonna
fives
do
and
is,
a
I
4.
think we're just gonna put the wood down. We're gonna put the wood down there
That's a good move.
because we're not gonna be able to break it, so we might as well just do it.
And so that moves your Brewmaster 1.
And that cost me 3 as well, so we'll take 7 coins. Alrighty, and we are going to activate. So much choice.
I
So
mean,
for impact activities, we're going to activate this guy, this, and this.
yeah.
So
That's a
we're
lot.
going to get 5 coins plus 3. So we're on 8, and then we also get to activate this guy, which activates these as well. So
Bruh.
10. So that was 8, 10, so 18, 22, 25.
A lot of money.
Yeah, remember when I said coin game was the way to go?
5.
Lockie was listening, none of the rest of us were.
Nice.
Oh,
Alright.
I'm now going to start putting things in my sunny side.
Yeah.
Good call.
That's my turn, Brother Reese. As much as you guys are stacking your your monks together, I haven't. But now that area is pretty much dead in the
But you
water.
built 2 sheds,
Yeah.
which have triggered your monk twice alone.
It's a good way to go.
Yep.
Reese is doing some serious maths over here. I'm very curious as to what his plays are. I'm very curious as to what everyone's plays are, because I've got ideas, and I don't know if they're going to play out at all, because I'm going last.
I mean,
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? What's happening, Reese? What do you need help with?
no, it's the long leaps have done wonders for me. So let's keep doing the long leaps.
Because your legs are long?
Yeah, my legs are long.
Ooh, that's a long leap.
Huge leap.
Alright, that's it. Reese is out of the game. He's done. He's out. He's had it.
His next jump's just back to the start.
All right, and he is going to go here.
So I think it's like, now the more we've played it, it's like having high woods in your shady side are good for making money.
Yeah.
Because there's no need to move them up the track.
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas like you want to have your high...
But also having one
high
resource go really high up means you've got more to trade with at the end game for scoring.
Yeah. Well, that's like
Yeah.
I put my 5 down. I'm like, I want to get this 5 happening.
Yeah.
Kai, you're up.
Brother Kai.
All right, I'm
Oh, and I moved my Brewmaster up.
gonna hop over
Oh,
to the barley.
oh,
Oh, where did you think I was going?
to the hops.
That would have been way more clever.
Way more clever.
Way more cleverer. No.
What are you doing with the barley?
I'm gonna hop to the barley. I'm gonna pay 4 for it
Ooh, alright, alright.
to place it in my sunny spot. And I'm gonna place it in this sunny spot here,
Very cool, very cool.
where 2 Obi-Wan Kenobis can tend to it.
Nice. Obi-Wan Kenobi's are the bomb.
I am also going to hop over almost to the hops. Jump in for this monk here.
Sure.
Because I've already got one of this kind of monk.
Yeah.
So if I place him down over here, I'll get a lot of activations out of him and his brother.
Nice.
Pay 3 for that.
Cool.
Brother Lachlan, back to you. Do you know what you want?
Yes, I would like that barley, please.
This barley right here
Yep,
for 5?
For a tenner.
Oh, he's got it going on.
It's because Lachlan just made a.
He's got so much money.
How,
Huge amount
is
of
that
cash.
4 5s now or 5 5s?
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 5s.
6 5s, and you can stop at a barrel space, get yourself some points at the end of the game.
Sounded pretty good. Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves as I put this down.
Well, while he's putting
How is
that,
everyone feeling about their placements so far?
I honestly don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
it's hard.
I think everyone's trying to like maximize what they can do, and I go, this is good enough. Like, this is good enough, and it's made me money.
This is getting me money and resources, and that's all I care
I'm
about.
capitalizing on the mistakes I have made. That is.
Better
Yeah.
than us capitalizing on your
I
mistakes.
would place things differently if I was playing this again.
Yeah.
But
I am keen to play this again.
I'm trying to maximize what I've done so far. So
Yeah. All right. I'm going to move to this score disc to activate my monks here and here. So we'll start with him so I don't get confused. That is 9 coins. There's going to be a bit of money trading, so bear with me. That's 9. Then I activate this monk, which is another 4 coins for me. So I'm just going to chuck 1 back and take a 5. He will also activate this monk here and my barley. So 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. This monk will then activating the barley, moving the barley up 3. There we go.
Very cool.
We're on round 3, right? Nice. So we've only got 3 more rounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
And let me just change
It's ramping.
that.
It's
It
ramping.
ramps, dude. I'm like, how are you going to fill in this whole place? I'm like, oh, you can fill in this whole board.
Yeah.
Very much.
All right. I'm taking a bit of a leap now.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good over there.
Over to some more barley.
I hate you.
Damn! No, just kidding. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm paying $2 for it.
Is that? Oh, I was about to say you're only $2, but you had a 5.
I did have a 5. In order to place it down here,
Very nice, very nice. Well, that's what I was going to do.
I apologize.
So instead, I'm going to jump to the wood,
Oh, that's what I was
pay
thinking.
2 for the wood, put it down here. Now we've all got it going on. We figured out the matrix a little.
Sort of. More so our engines are actually chugging along.
Yeah, we know what we want to accomplish, which is basically poke the monks till they make things.
Eh.
Make me beer. I'm aiming for one of those 0 to 7 sheds
Can
to
you-
pump my brewmaster up.
Yeah, good call.
What would you like, Lachlan? Brother Lachlan.
Let's jump to the 5 wood, please.
Blip, blip,
No,
blip, blip, blip.
I'm red.
You're red?
I'm red, yeah. Jumping to the 5.
Or long leap.
Long leaps, because my legs are long.
Time roller!
Alright, that's also a tenner for that.
Wow. Moneybags Lachlan over here.
To be fair.
And now he's just got to stop
it.
at that barrel space. And he's got that bad boy.
Cool.
Well, no one else can. Like, I don't have to do it anytime
You don't have
soon.
to do it anytime soon, no, but
I can stop in there on my way to the end.
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I have a farm of 15 already. In the sunny side.
I'm going to go for the 5. Paying 10.
But I am running out of cash really fast.
I am
But you're
putting
making it so
You've still got
fast
more
as
than
well.
anybody else, all right?
Putting it
Can you
there.
still activate that monk another time?
Can I? No, not from the sheds and not from the...
Okay, so that money making is somewhat done.
That monk's dead now.
Oh, but I have a lot of 5s, you see.
He's
Yeah.
And I can activate 5s.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Alright, so I'm putting my 5 there, completing my shed here.
Nice. What does it score?
16. So
Very
that
cool.
is a 2.
Yep, and
Nice.
your brewmaster moves up 1.
Yep, so Brewmaster moves up 1. Then I'm going to pick the 2 monks, the 2 things to activate, which will be the 2 monks
Yep.
on opposite sides.
Nice.
So
That's like the best play, right? Like,
Yeah.
putting your monks opposite so you can activate them.
yeah, so
Very
we'll
cool.
we'll go a monk at a time once
Yep.
again, because otherwise I'll get super confused, and
Yep.
I'm already confused. So we have 5 plus 8, which is 13.
How you been, Time Roller? Were you playing games today? I can't imagine you ever not playing games, to be
13.
honest, but...
My yeast goes up to 2. Yeast is on the board.
Yep.
So that's that monk completely done. Then we have this monk, which I get an additional 4 coins. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just throwing money around. Then water will go up 5.
Yep.
Wheat will go up 3, or barley will go up 3. 1, 2, 3. Barley's on the board. He will also activate this monk,
Nice.
which then activates the water and the barley again. So water goes up 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And barley goes up 3.
Nice. And your brewmaster will go up 1.
And my brewmaster goes up. I've
You've
already done that.
Oh, you already did it? Okay, cool.
That was a good play.
That was very good. That was very good.
All right, now let me.
Reese has seen the Matrix. If you're lost at all, this is Heaven and Ale. We are moving our way around this board to collect resources to then combo when we activate those resources on
Too
the
fast,
dark
mate.
side of the board. We get money when we activate them, equal to the number on there. And on the left side, the sunny side of the board, we get resources. The reason we want resources is at the end of the game, our score is equal to our brewmaster level, which is why we're tracking it, multiplied by our lowest resource. So you want to upgrade everything a little bit. There is an opportunity to balance things out and create a nice balanced beer at the end. But for now, we are still mostly in the engine building, not quite running the engine level.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the little engines that go. It's not one big engine, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The little engine that could.
All right.
Have we played Brewcrafters? No, I haven't even heard of it.
No.
Did not stream, play games with the game group? Solid. What are you doing, Kai?
I'm hopping over to this cheap
I fucking knew you were.
one water here.
I knew you were.
Apparently I'm cutting Brother Thomas off at the pass each time, and I'm not even meaning to.
But how good is Istanbul?
I hate Istanbul, and I have noticed the, some of the similarities. That's okay. So I'm paying 2 for this water to place it on the sunny side here, which creates me a shed just
Nice.
here. Only a small shed. It is 2, 4, 5, 6, so it doesn't activate anything.
Yep.
However, I do get to brew my Move Master.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Doing good, buddy.
To,
Move your Brewmaster up.
Up by 6.
He's on the board.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's hanging out. He's up. He's up there.
that is.
So having him up there is good, right?
Well, because down here he's not going to score you any points.
Well, down here, your exchange rate is 5
it's
to 1 at
2.
the end, and it's only at times 2.
Yeah.
So the further he
So now
goes
I'm
up, the more
four,
points you'll
4 to
get
1
at the end again.
and 3, which is better.
So now I'm torn between wanting to get a cheap monk and wanting to get that 4 water. I think the 4 water is not a bad idea. At least it finishes that place off for me. But also I feel like I can put him somewhere better. Do monks double up when you reset them?
I
Sure.
think they...
Surely they
I'm
do.
going to not say what, because I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But also, like, the problem is that monk sucks for me. Like, he is
Yeah.
not a good monk for me.
I don't think monks.
Yes, they do stack.
They do stack.
Cool.
Yeah.
Add a monk tile to that space. You don't... Yep. So they do stack.
Oh, it's
Getting
Istanbul,
his
was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, no Constantinople, been a long time gone, it's Constantinople.
I'm like, do I get that 4, but then it's never going to activate unless I activate my water later on? Or do I get a cheap monk and put him... Let's get the cheap monk. I think cheap monk is the way to go.
Yellow.
Jumping all the way ahead,
One
paying
coin.
1 for a monk, and I'm going to put him in this corner over here. Probably wanted to put that one over there, but that's fine. Got myself another monk. He's on the board. I got my things. Actually, that's not a bad move, because I'm gonna show it off as to why it's not a bad move. He is on the same partner space as this other monk that I know I'm going to activate.
That's a good point. We
Well,
don't have
let's
any
just have
water.
some water. We haven't got any water nearby. We will have to
Drink a beer.
drink a beer, I guess.
I'm almost through this beer.
All right, Brother Lachlan, would you like to buy some resources? There's only a few left on the board. Or would you like to end the round for yourself?
What are you talking about? I can land on the barrel space.
What are you talking about? Just end the round.
Use... What?
Just end the round. Just
No.
end the round. You're
Why?
landing
What
on the barrel
are you
space?
barreling?
Nothing.
What options have you got? You've got a scoring disc, some water, some yeast, or the barrel. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. The real question is...
Can I have a look at the rules?
Of course you can.
Certainly, Brother
Rules check.
Resource Stan.
Chos.
I don't really know what I want, to be honest.
You know it, moron.
Next time we get up, we'll get some water, I promise.
And at the end of this
Yes.
round, we will run our vote for
There we go.
the games that we're playing this month. Your 2 options to vote on are Stardew Valley, the board game, and Arkham Horror, the LCG. Your votes count every single week towards us playing the selected games at the end of the month. And from this week onwards, you can request your games for the next month. So start thinking about it. You got, God, it's like 6 weeks until we play them, so you got a little bit of time. But from the second week of June, you'll then be selecting for the month after that.
Let's take this water.
Ooh, water.
Let's put it somewhere. So I've got a 15 here. Put it down there. Then if I get another 5, around there, then I'll be able to get that 24,
Yeah.
which is kind of nice. But it's only 4 spaces out of the 6, but if I manage to slap a monk down, I can get all of the spaces around it. Cost me 8 to put it over there.
The current tallies, I don't know the exact numbers, but I know Stardew Valley is ahead by about 11 votes. I can check the exact numbers for you, but Stardew Valley is ahead by a little bit.
We're going to play 8 coins
Yep.
and put our water over here. Put my water over
Very
here.
nice.
So that brings me up to 19 on this farm, this barn. So if I manage to get a 5 next to it, then
You
I'll
could
be
get
on
a
that.
2 and a 3 because you need 2 more.
Yeah, but I also want to get a monk next to it.
Fair. Don't blame me one bit for that.
Yep. So that was my turn, Brother Reese.
Not just moron, quite a few people use their channel points for Stardew.
Okay, I think I'm gonna.
I should really play Stardew, the video game.
I've started it like 3 times, and I don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but I've just always gotten distracted.
Yeah.
And then when I go back to it, I'm like, I should probably just start again because
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me with
That's
Civ,
why I end up-
and the problem is because I play Civ, I don't play Stardew.
I'm gonna go here to buy the.
I thought you might.
The yeast,
Mmm.
just for 5 though,
Wow.
and that's going down the bottom here.
What a frisky dingo.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm very, very tempted to go to the barrel space just to lock.
You can only go
lock them
there
out
if
of it.
you've got something to barrel.
I do.
Oh, yeah. What have you got to barrel?
Yeah.
But I would only be delaying the inevitable because no one is anywhere close to matching
No, that's
him on
true, but it's
fives.
also you getting that barrel this round as opposed to anything else. It really depends if you want to grab a certain spot
Oh, on the
the
stuff.
first
Yeah.
player tracker.
So
What can you barrel? I'm trying to... Oh, your Brewmaster's
my
up.
brewmaster is on the track, so I could grab this one here.
Mmm.
But I'm not going to be that guy because I would like to hop over.
That's me.
That's you. I would like to hop over here.
Damn. I was going to take that and the barrel in.
Well, so I screwed you either way.
What
And
do
I'm
you-
going to place it on Obi-Wan Kenobi
Do a barrel roll.
and activate both of my Obi-Wan Kenobis.
Yep.
Nice.
So to start with, this Obi-Wan Kenobi will
Do they activate each other?
yes.
Yeah, cool.
So one activates, followed by the second. So the first Obi-Wan Kenobi will get me 2 on my what did we decide that we're barley?
Barley.
2 on my yeast,
Nice.
and then $2.
Mhm.
And then activate Obi-2 Kenobi.
Isn't that his brother's... His brother's a pilot in the British Air Force, and that's his call sign.
Is it? That's amazing. Which will get me up 1 on my barley and 1 on my water.
I'll have you know that Obi-Wan Kenobi is a fictional character, Tom. So therefore,
But that's not in
Yeah,
the
not in the
Air
British Air
But
Force.
Obi-2 Kenobi isn't. So,
Then this,
praise to
You
you,
missed
be
the
to you,
2 there
McGregor.
from this one.
I did. Thank you very much, Brother Reese.
good activation.
Then second, Obi squared Kenobi.
Yeah.
Activate.
Obi
We'll
cubed.
activate once
Same
again.
things happen all over again.
So 1, 2, 3, 1, and another. Oh, I just confused myself. 1, 2, 3, 1
Yep.
was that Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yep.
Then he activates this Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is another 2, 1, 2, another 2, 1, 2, and another $2.
Very cool.
Nice. Nice.
We got there, worked it out.
Yeah.
Putting monks next to each other, not a bad move.
Pretty good.
I guess that's my turn. And there are very specific things I'm looking for, and I'm doing okay on DOS right now. So I am going to take first place.
Nice.
Love
All right.
it.
I'm going to barrel.
Yep. So what do you get?
So I get the having 6 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
It's barrel.
Yep.
Yep.
It's barrel.
It looks like this. He's got 6 5s. He gets 4 victory points at the end of the game.
It
Nice.
says that on the back.
That's exciting.
Nice.
It's cute. This is really dark. No, I'll fix that later.
And
The
then
exposure on the camera.
Do you meet the requirements for any of the others?
I'm just having a look to see.
I
I
don't
don't think I
think
do. I haven't filled up my whole shade side. I haven't filled up my whole sunny side. My
Your brewmaster's not
Nothing's
high
on
enough.
20, my
You haven't got all
brewmaster's-
your things up. You haven't got 6 1s.
No.
No, I don't think.
No.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
you get any that you've got.
What's that last one in the top row?
Last one, you've got a score disc on all of your different types of activations for resources.
Oh, on these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Well, Reese, where would you like to go on the track?
Well, there's only one place I can go, and it's at the very end. I'm gonna move my Brewmaster up one.
Good choice.
Brother Kai.
Again, I only have one space that I can move to.
I'm now like, that money space is not really worth much.
It's nice at the start.
At the start,
Like-
it's nice, and then at the end, you're like,
I thought about
"Uh,
taking it, but then I was like, it means Reese is going to be going first, and so I'm 2 spaces back. I'm like, nah, I need first place.
I was still thinking about taking it because I don't have a lot of money at the moment.
To be honest, I didn't really want to go first anyway.
But I'm going to move my hops up too.
Guys, you
Hops
what,
up
money.
too.
Ah, no.
Money bags, Lachlan.
Would you like some money?
Money, yeah.
Alright.
End of the round. Let's put out a bunch of resources.
Okay, so
what happens with...
now-
Are we running out of resources here?
No, so we now
move on
are
to
into
the
the
two.
twos.
I think we carry on using these until they run out.
Double check.
I don't think so.
rules.
I think that's like there's 5 that aren't going to be see the light of day. Do the score discs
As
stack
long as there
well?
are resource tiles with 1 on
No.
the back, use these to refill the resource tiles.
Oh,
Once
okay.
you run out of tiles with 1, begin using tiles with 2.
Cool.
Okay. And so, damn, that's a sexy 5.
Please let me know if I miss any.
And
will.
the score disc Kai don't stack, right? So if,
The score discs do not.
Yep.
Monks and resources do.
Ooh.
but praise to be Ewan McGregor.
Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Very interesting.
I don't know what any of these do. When do we get to use these?
When you fill in 2 spaces with
Ah.
score discs that are next to each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm thinking about going for this round, but there's a lot to consider.
Oh,
Alright.
so should I have got to use this one? Which is like I have a barrel, so I
No,
get.
so
no.
you've got to fill.
Oh, gotcha.
And then you choose which one you want to activate.
Yeah.
Mm.
And if you miss it, you can't retroactively go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Tom, you're up. What
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot
I'm thinking
going
I
on.
don't have enough money. So I'm also tempted to like make sure I get one of each monk, which is a really hard thing to consider where I place them. Because a lot of them aren't anywhere good for me right now. I'm also seeing those lovely double pair of resources that I can purchase, which would help me with a couple of things.
Just spread these out so that we can all see them.
And I've also got to consider that I've got to get my resources, like specific resources, up quite a ways.
Yep.
But I think I'm going to...
I'm going last, so I don't even care. I'm like, why plan anything?
Yeah.
when
No,
I'm
you're,
going
wait
last?
and see.
you're after Tom.
Oh, I am
you're
going
next.
after Tom.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Tom's
I'm
last.
last, so I don't care.
Nice.
I'm going to spend all my dollary dues, my $6 dues, and
if
grab
I
that
take my
double
beer.
set of resources.
These ones here.
Nice.
So Tom's yellow. There you go.
And I'm going to place the 2 down here so I complete this shed. It's a very low scoring shed. It's just to move my brewmaster up.
Is it a 1 or is it a 0?
It's a 0.
Nice.
So that moves my brewmaster up 6 and nothing activates, which is unfortunate, but hey, that's fine. And I will place this 4. It doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to place it up here. And then that will get me 6 up on my brewmaster. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's the conversion from Dollary Dues to Dosh?
I feel like
1 to 1.
Dollary dues are- I don't know, I
Definitely
feel
1
like
to 1.
Dollary dues are more valuable than Dosh.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
my
I don't
turn.
know,
I
'cause
don't know how
Dosh-
to feel about it, but
Alright,
that's my turn.
Dollary dues is a half conversion to Dosh. Dosh is equal to the pound, and Dollary dues is equal to the Australian dollar. Don't get confused.
Yeah.
Here's your money. Come get your money! Come get your Dosh.
Dosh here
It's a really obscure reference.
And you got it. I'm going to get these 2 monks for 4 apiece.
Oof.
Damn.
Nice.
That's-
Do they cost more to put them in this?
Yes.
They do.
Yep.
That's actually really expensive.
So it'd
Yeah.
be 16 if you want to put them both in the.
I do not have 16.
You can buy
Really
one.
expensive.
You can buy one for 8.
Mm.
You don't have to buy both.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to buy both.
Yeah, it's just a lot more expensive.
No one's
than I
forcing you to
thought.
buy both.
Don't forget
Or
the
are they?
Australia coin, the crypto fraud. Is that a real thing?
It probably is.
It probably is.
Probably is.
Some,
I mean,
someone's trying to
Dogecoin.
pump and dump some
Yeah.
kind of coin.
Dogecoin's a thing.
So for 8, I put my monk next to my lovely
I've
farm.
officially
Yeah.
doubled my money in crypto
Nice.
as of today.
Nicely done. Brother Reese.
I'm gonna buy the hops and pay 10,
Whoo, buddy.
and I'm gonna put that there. Kai, your turn.
You guys didn't move anywhere near as far ahead as I thought you were going to.
Look, I've done my long strides. I don't need to do them again.
Yeah, I miscalculated my monk economy.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Monk economy is where it's at.
Monk economy is where it's at. This
only got
game runs on monks.
$5. So if I wanted to put stuff in the sun, it's going to be difficult to afford.
Yeah.
Can I please
But can you
have the
activate
rule
anything?
book for these different
Rule book,
things?
please.
I don't know what these things do.
Yeah, they're hard to wrap your head around.
I'm like, the
The
symbols.
things he's referring to are called privilege cards.
Yeah, so you have
And they're,
privilege.
they're,
cards.
they're these weird bonuses that I think are mostly there to make
they're
up
on the back.
any
I'm just checking my
problems you
privilege
have
real
with
quick.
resources. But
Oh, hey, Burning Monkey, how you doing?
hey man, welcome in. This game's going longer than I thought it would, if I'm being honest.
I think I'm going to
It's good though.
Yeah.
leap over to this pile of wood here. And for 4 money, purchase the 4 and pop it in the shade. Just here. Here.
Beer. Tom,
Beer.
your turn.
I am going to grab the monk score activation tile. This one here. But I'm actually going to kind of prematurely activate this guy because I need dosh and save this guy for later to get resources. So I'll activate him and get myself $11 dues.
Nice.
Grab 2 5s and a 1.
Lachlan, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move 1 space forward
To
to that.
to get the player disc.
Get the play disc.
To activate your
Fives.
Yep.
All right, count them
Oh
all out.
boy.
All right, so I'm gonna get 15 coin just from my 5s in the Shadow Realm, and then I'm gonna get my wheat or my barley is gonna move up 10.
Dear God.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
And then my wood is going to move up 5.
That's impressive, and I hate you.
Nice.
So good dollars and also good movement.
Yeah,
Nice.
love it.
You love to
Brother
see it.
Reese.
I'm moving up to this monk here
Yeah, he's a good-looking
and
monk.
paying 6. So I get 4 back. To put him over here.
Nice.
Kai. Brother Kai.
I'm going to head on over to this scoring token here
That's one we haven't seen done yet.
and select one of my resources. I'm going to select wood
Who would have thunked it?
in order to activate all 3 of my wood here, giving me a big old $7.
Nicely done.
Seems far less impressive now that Lockie just...
Yeah. He's playing a different game.
I'm playing a different
However,
game.
I'm also going to use a privilege card.
Oh my lord. Everybody.
Very exciting. I was torn between 2 different privilege cards. If
Oh,
I'm
camera's
being-
about to die. Lockman, get on it.
If I'm being
that's me.
honest,
Rip.
Would you guys like water while I'm up? Or beers?
Yes, if I could
Yeah,
have some
Actually,
water.
I think it's
All
the
of the
green
above.
screen one. It is the green screen one.
Okay.
But still get me a battery.
so I'm going to go ahead and
Quickly before the green screen dies.
quickly.
$12.
First one here to give myself $12 because I'm in dire straits when it comes to my financial situation. And now I feel like I've got some more options available to me.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna do a bit of a jump. As much as I want to grab some more like 2s or 3s and combo things a bit, I definitely need this one.
Uh-huh.
That's not me.
Nope.
That's me.
Yep.
And that one will go next to my monk up here. Because then I'm going to activate him sometime soon. Actually, no, he goes up here. That's exactly where I want that. I'll pay 2 for that. Get myself 3 change. And now I've got 6 ones on the board.
Don't mind me. I'm just
Just doing your job.
doing some things. They're double-sided. That didn't help me at all. That's fine.
Cool. Cool. I'm a little worried I've focused too much on these ones. I'm hoping it can pay off for me and I can get some other things as well. I don't feel too bad about where my brewmaster's at the moment. I guess we'll see where things end up in a little while.
Cool. Lachlan, before you go, would you like to take your turn?
I do. I was just checking.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
So it should be fine.
Come back. There we go. There we go.
I'm back.
Open your mouth.
I'm back, baby.
I'm back. All right, Tom. I don't think I've had enough beers for that.
What are you doing?
I'm never going to financially recover from this. Kai, probably.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm feeling.
Oh, hey, RJ. Sorry.
I'm feeling like I got holes in my pockets. I don't know where it's all going.
It's good to see you, RJ.
Okay, so I'm not like I missed what everyone's done, so I've just got to quickly have a look and make
Yeah,
sure
have
that
a
no
scan.
one's
Taking what you want.
taken what I want.
We've sort of jumped up ahead, so...
Okay, I'm gonna jump to that spot where it's got a 5 and a 2. Because
That
someone,
one?
yep,
Yep.
electric boogaloo, and we're gonna take both of them.
Of course you are.
The 5's gonna go here,
Money,
smack
money,
bang next to my
money.
farm.
Damn, that's scary.
So that's 10. These cards are super thick.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
not even like bendable, but they're not stock. Like they're not like the.
I actually
things
like
that-
how thick they are.
They're
Yeah.
very nice.
And then my 2 is gonna go somewhere.
An ale of a time.
Fuck.
No, we're all on. Yeah.
What? What's wrong?
Reese has just seen what you're activating.
And then that's gonna give me 1 coin change.
So Lachlan doesn't move his brewmaster up at all. But he's about to get like 30 coins.
No, he's
No,
about
no,
He's
to...
about to move his resources to the moon.
you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
flip that over. There,
Oh, the double side.
yeah.
Sorry.
So he just put down a 4 shed.
Yep.
Because you have 24.
I don't think you missed the Paul Moore, and I don't think it's up.
Oh yeah, so we're going to do that at the start of the round.
Tom's a big deal.
I'm going to put it up.
Okay, so I get 4 from what's around me. I don't think my wheat needs anything, so we are going to pick my
I'll give you
monk.
the elevator pitch
That will
in just a moment,
activate
RJ.
the wheat anyway.
We'll activate the wheat anyway, and the water, which is good.
Just activate everything around.
I'm going to choose my yeast, my water, and then I've got 1 more that I can activate, which I guess I'm just going to choose the wood. Like, it would have been nice to have some, like, hops or whatever.
yeah.
So let's do the bottom ones first. So we're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not wrong again.
Wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do the water. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we activate the monk, and the monk activates the water. 1, 2, 3. Then he activates my barley, which is 10. So we're going to 17.
Good.
And that's
That's
that.
cool.
Damn. All right. So the poll that you can see on screen right now is our. Where's my stream deck gone?
I only have 1 coin left though.
Viewer requested games of the month. These games have been requested by 2 different viewers for 30,000 channel points each. You can vote on what we will play at the end of the month on our 29th of May stream. And then the next day we're a part of Tabletop Live Network, which we've got to figure out what we're playing for that. But you can vote. You can use channel points for extra votes. And we'll tally it all up and we'll make that game happen. Reese, what are you thinking, bud?
I'm going to move here
Yep.
and buy this wood. I'm going to pay 6 for it. 6. And I'm going to put it there.
Very nice.
Yeah. Kai, your turn.
Sorry, where did you put it? I forgot that I'm in
sorry.
charge of pointing the cameras.
I will put the wood here.
Very cool. Very cool. Brother Kai.
I think before Tom gets a chance to get his brewmaster up that extra space,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to jump on this barrel spot
Fair.
just here and take this brewmaster barrel. Just pop that over here somewhere.
I was considering it. Admittedly, I was considering it.
Everyone else is a fair distance away, but you're only one space behind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna have to
I don't blame you one
lock
bit
that down.
at all for that.
Cool. Tom.
I think having one of every kind of monk is a good idea. And I need more dosh.
You work in a pub, Lockie, with that kind of skill.
Oh, there's water in them as well.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
Thank you, Lachlan. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Get your hydrates in as
this,
well.
this one's for moron.
I'm going to pay the $2 dues for this monk right here.
Yep.
I'm going to slap him down in the top corner of my board.
Nice.
It's not the best spot. Actually, no, I want that one to be scoring lots. Damn it.
Like, I'm ready for beer 2, like beer 3, but I'm also like, I'll save it for red in, because that's like,
Yeah.
we're going to have
That's
to
an
drink
actual
it for
drinking
it.
game. Actually, no, that's still where I want it. That's still where I want it. He's going to help me finish that one off a bit quicker and still score me a decent amount. And now I've got one of every monk on the board.
Nice.
Reesikins.
No, Lachlan.
Lochgilkins.
Hello.
Lachlan's just in time for his turn again.
Hey, how you doing? I'd just like to do some things. Those things, I don't know what they
Not
are.
allowed to do things.
Collectible Nerds of the West mugs. You better believe it.
Exclamation merch.
Alrighty.
We gotta put some, get some new stuff going.
Yeah, I've been trying to see what we can make happen in Australia.
Can you please move me up to the ABC?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
What are you
Sure
activating, Brother Lachlan?
I'm
Please
going to
enjoy
activate
this.
my wood
Nice.
just for 7 coins
And 5 on the board.
and 5 on the board, so 16. And then we get 12 coins from my privilege.
I
Yep.
think,
He's back in the black.
not gonna lie, I think Lachlan. Oh, I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
here's the balancing act of it. Lachlan's brewmaster hasn't moved at
Yeah.
My brewmaster
Barely,
is struggling
all. So
hard.
his resources are massive. It's only
He's got all these
multiplying.
high quality ingredients, but the brewmaster is
He's a
actually
chump.
just some guy from the pub who likes beer and has no idea how to make it.
He's using spit as his own
Mate,
water.
we still got 2 rounds, alright, boys? We still got time.
There's
Alright.
time. There is time.
My turn.
Yeah, man.
Cool. I'm gonna take this scoring disc, and I'm actually going to put it on my hops.
Very cool.
So I'll get 8 coins, and my hops will move up 5.
Very
1,
nice.
2, 3, 4, 5. All my things are up on the board, by the way.
That's something worth getting barrels on.
1, 2.
Barrels, man, barrels.
That's 8. Cool.
Nicely done. That's some good moves over there by Reese. Brother
Lachlan
Kai.
has massive resources, if you catch my meaning.
Yes, right here.
Reese's horses.
I have a lot of horses.
So what just happened? What did I miss?
I
You just activated his
activated my hops.
Yep, nice.
Brother Kai.
I need my hops in my sunny side.
I'm gonna hop to the hops.
Oh!
I was considering that one.
I'm gonna spend 6 on these particular hops.
Hop to the
For their
races.
fine quality. And place them in the sun.
Mm.
Right about here.
Oh, and I have all my my barns. I can't do a 7 anymore. Like unless I literally fill it with just
monks.
Just monks.
Yeah.
Just monks.
Tom. I don't know
Let's
about
do it.
Reese's horses, but you should check out his calves. I'm actually wearing shorts today, so.
I'm gonna jump on that one of
Yeast?
Yep, sorry.
Sorry, you can't see what I'm talking about.
I'll keep pointing at things until.
And I'll pay 2 for it.
Yep, nice. There you go.
Chuck him up here in this corner.
Cool. Lachlan.
Okay. Big plays here, guys.
Sorry.
Big brain
I
plays.
tucked him up here. I'm remembering how to control things. I shouldn't drink and control camera at the same time.
Yeah, this is
It's not a good
a
move.
very interesting experiment.
It's not the first time we've drunk on stream, but the last time we did, we were playing cartographers, so it was super easy.
Yeah.
Did we drink playing cartographers?
We need to do a
I think it was.
Josh brought beer, so we had
Yeah.
beer.
I
Nerds
wasn't
After
there.
Dark.
I
where
wasn't
we'll
Okay.
blind.
I'm going to move on to this spot.
Yeah, I thought you might.
I did say to Tom, my next thing I want to do is sort of like see what we can do to make this set as like an After Dark set. Like, make it like an evening feel in here rather than just like, blinding lights and heat.
That's a good point.
It's a hard juggling act, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I'm also not a lighting
We
guy,
can just
so-
turn off all the lights. Black screen. You can just hear us.
Hey, camera, Dad.
Like that.
I got up and checked it as well, and it
It was saying
admittedly
it
it
was
said
fine.
it was full, and I was like, it's not full.
It's not full.
It's not a full. Okay.
Because me and Tom were
Did you
just-
put your resource down?
Sorry, I need to put my
Score just
I
down.
need to
That's
put
a
my-
whole complicated situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so me and Tom were discussing it during the week, and Tom's like, well, how would you do it? And I just said, buy more fluoro lights.
Fair.
I was just like, we need more of these.
We've also got these ones up
Oh,
here
you
that are
can't see it,
somewhat
I'm pointing.
charged.
We need more fluoro lights.
Admittedly, that set's fucking sick.
That's so good.
Look, I don't want to throw shade at any of the other board game streamers, but y'all gotta lift your game.
Wow.
What a savage.
I actually like I really do dig a lot of board game streamer sets.
Yeah.
I feel like that is one of the things where you see the creativity in
100%.
Twitch streamers, or at least in the board game community of Twitch streamers. I think it's also because we get to show off the board games. You know, if we were just normal video game streamers and we had board games set up in the background, it
Doesn't quite fit.
do much. But yeah.
We're back! The lights aren't back. Someone did exclamation black. Exclamation your favorite color in chat. Exclamation yellow to support me. Exclamation, alright, not black because it's already black. Exclamation blue to support Reese. And exclamation red to support Lachlan.
I know I'm
Oh.
new, but I think Lachlan's token got moved instead of the Black's token. Black is Kai.
Yeah, I'm red, and I moved myself here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think.
I moved myself here last turn
Yeah.
in order to take
I
barrel.
think.
Being
All
new,
good. All good. Thank you.
being new has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
We appreciate any comments like that. We appreciate any questions about how the game's working and what we're currently thinking.
Yeah.
Because we do mess up and miss stuff all
Yes.
the time.
And we
a lot.
have had some beer, so chances are,
This
be
was a
very
really
wrong.
nice beer.
I'm pretty
you,
sure I didn't pay enough for a monk, but
I've done the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely at one point I definitely paid shadow money for a monk and put him in the
cheeky
light.
breakies.
Yeah.
Cheeky
but thank you
devils.
for keeping an eye out for things. All right. Never be afraid to bring that up. We will not.
Alright, so
Okay.
Lachlan's got to choose what he activates.
So I'm going to choose this monk.
Yep. Which monk's that? The pink monk?
Yeah, it's like if I choose him, the only reason is that then I can like put down something like in here,
Yeah.
which is a big killer. Like it's something that I really need to do. And he's activating things that aren't really going to help me because it's going to be like max out at 20.
It helps, brother.
Yeah, what's this? What's he?
So if you get up to 20,
Mm.
anytime it would go past 20, you just get a coin instead.
So if like I moved it to 20 and it was like exceeded it by a lot,
Yeah.
then I would get all that
Get
excess.
bot coins.
Oh, okay. So that's
So-
not too bad. So if I do that now, I would get 10.
That's a good- yeah,
so
I
I'd
think-
go past
hang
it
on.
and get some coin for
Yeah.
it.
So you would essentially
I
go
might
up
have
to
moved
20
your
and then-
token instead, Tom.
Because I was
Where
kind
were
of.
you?
No, that's where I wanted to be.
That's where he wanted. He took the east.
Kai moved onto the barrel. That was his last move.
Was it? Or was the hops my last move?
Should you maybe be up here?
I think I should be there.
Yeah, hold
yes.
on.
Thank you, D
Thank
Fancy. You were right.
Oh, yeah.
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 Did I not move at all? Or did I move someone else?
He must have
No.
moved Lachlan.
Right.
He
Yes,
says
no,
he
you
moved
were,
Lachlan.
and then Lachlan moved himself.
Well,
down.
moved to
Yes.
Defense.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
so
on
much.
it. You're totally correct.
We are plebs.
At least in this game, it doesn't matter because you are able to move wherever you want. It's just if he really moved someone a lot, in
Yeah.
this case he didn't, and Lachlan still got to do what he wanted.
Yeah. And was I at the table
No,
at the
he
time?
took my hops.
Yeah, I took hops as my last.
Yeah, you
yes,
took the hops
yes,
that I wanted.
yes.
So I've placed it here. I'm activating this monk here. I'm going to activate these 2 barley, which moves up to 27.
Yep.
So I'm going to get myself
Seven coins.
7 coins for the excess. See, I was like, I don't really want to move. I don't want to activate him because
Yeah.
I won't get anything for getting super
And then
high.
you're like, oh wait, I get money? Okay.
Yeah, but we've been
might as well.
drinking.
And
So.
then also, I'm going to move my water up 3. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. And then with that, I'm going to use this privilege here.
Ruining
Move
your-
my
Brewmaster up by
brewmaster.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he is getting there.
Yeah.
He is working hard, but he is getting there. But I don't think he's going to get high enough.
See how we go.
But yeah, D-Fancy, never be sorry. And the same for chat. Never be sorry if you bring something out. The only people we will shit on for getting stuff wrong is the people sitting at the table.
It's us.
Like,
Heck yeah, we will.
yeah. And don't you forget it.
Brother Reese.
Where's everyone else's brewmasters?
My guys.
9.
I'm still
On 1.
pretty low.
Yeah.
9.
Get low, get
No,
low, get low.
9 all the way up.
To the
Not
window.
to the first number 1.
To the
I'm
wall.
1 below the 1 spot.
Yep. Brother Reese.
Hop into the hops, boys.
Yeah.
Getting me some hops. I'm gonna pay 4 coins for it. $4 dues. But put it here. Finishing off another shed.
Nice.
10, 15. So that is a 2.
Nice.
Which means my brewmaster will move up by 1.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna do the same thing I did with my last shed and activate my monks. So we'll do 1 monk at a time. So hops goes up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wood goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll activate this monk, which hops will go up by 2. Water will go up by 5. And barley will go up by 3. But then he'll activate the monk next to him, which means the water goes up a further 5.
Dear God.
The barley goes up by 3.
Man, he's got his game happening.
And then I get 4 coins. So the
Holy
4 coins
moly.
that I spent, I get back.
Nicely done.
I feel outclassed.
I know, right? I'm sitting here like, I went first so I could get what I wanted, and what I wanted didn't come out.
Yeah.
All right, Kai, what are you doing?
I'm purchasing this discount monk from the discount bargain monk bin.
Honestly, I thought you were about to say something else, and that's why I was mad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought you were about to take that 2 water.
I was very, very tempted.
Yeah, because I saw that you had 4 gold, but now you've got more gold, and that's fine. All
was
right,
very,
what are you
very
doing with
tempted.
that monk?
I'm putting my discount $2 monk out in the sun. Over here. In the corner, where he can think about what he did.
He knows
He
what
knows.
he did.
Honestly, maybe I wanted him more, because now I'm going to buy that 2 water and pay
Okay.
4 for it.
So you're yellow, correct?
Yep.
There is your 2 water, sir.
But what that does, it slams down up in this top corner to finish this off, but it pushes this into the next bracket. So I get more activations, but I get less brewmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the inconvenience, right? Where you're just like, "Oh, I really need to move my brewmaster. Like
Yeah.
I physically can't do any that are like 7s because I need monks.
Yep.
Like I
Yep.
need monks to be able to do it, and they're expensive, and people just snap
So I
them
get a
up.
2.
I'm gonna have the most janky like thing where it's like 4 monks.
And I'm going to activate my monk to get 4 coins and 2 water. So I get those 4 coins back.
I'm thinking I'm just going to try and invest in my ingredients.
Yeah, and it
And
also moves
hope
my
that-
hops up.
Well, my ingredients are doing
3.
good except for hops.
Yeah.
And that means it is Brother Lachlan's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna just barrel.
Yep. I thought about it. I really did, but I'm like, no, I need to get my resources.
So I am on a 20 space.
Dude, there only being 2 barrels sucks.
So yeah, so I'm on the 20 space, so I was like, that's the one that I can get to jump on that space. There's nothing else that I get. Oh, it's 1 away from another privilege, like having the privilege one.
Yeah.
And then
I'm just thinking, did we explain if this one goes up any more?
Yes.
It can't go up, you get
Recently,
1 gold per-
Lachlan
Yep,
got like
cool.
7 gold
So-
last round.
yeah, because I was worried about like pushing it to the 20 and then being like, what's the point? I'm moving 3 spaces with 10 value, and it was like, oh, you actually get
Yep,
the
okay.
excess in coins. I'm like,
Well,
do you though? Well then, this is not so bad after all.
This board looks like a mess, but it's actually laid out really nicely.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Reese, where would you like to go for the next round?
I can only go to the end because we can't share a space.
Yep. Interesting. In the other brewing game that Chris and I are going to film in a couple of weeks, it's a worker placement, but you can place your worker where someone else's worker is to give them their worker back, thereby giving them more actions.
Moving up
Okay.
one. Lachlan, come on, man! Look what you've done to me.
And I get to go last because I keep like taking the last action because I'm like, oh, I can do this and I can do that, while everyone else is like going, what can I do? I've got 3 spots before I get to the end, and I'm like, I can do anything along the way.
What's happening in these first 3 spots?
What are you thinking, Kai?
Well,
I'm telling you now, if you don't take the first player one, I will be taking it, and therefore you will be going last in the order again.
I'm not sure I care.
Fair?
So Cotton, I would like the 2 resource movement up. Please and thank you.
But see, that's the one I'm very strongly considering.
I know. I said it because I was like, there's no way I'm getting it. I'm the last one going down, and I'm gonna get stuck with coins again.
Yeah, I'm quite happy going last. I'm gonna move my water, which is lagging well and truly behind, up by 2.
But Lachlan, think of the coins.
My resources really are starting to lag behind a bit. Yeah, first place, please.
Sorry?
Rules. Sorry, I thought you had the rules.
I get 2 coins.
For the race. I
Yeah,
swear.
because I have an extra coin.
Where are the
Thank you.
rules?
You should probably trade some in, hey?
I should trade some in, yeah.
All right, let's place out more resources. This is round 5. We've got 2 more rounds left. Let's do this. I didn't even get to see what the results of the vote were, so I'm going to double check that quickly.
Just
While
you
you
gotta
guys
hit
set
the
up
button,
the
man.
resources.
You gotta
Last time I
manage it.
checked that it was Stardew, but
just a reminder that at the end of the game, you can also pay 10 coins to move up your ingredients by 1.
What?
Yeah.
can you?
Yes.
I was like,
didn't know
is there
that.
anything good for money for this at the end of the game? I should have asked.
In the rules.
I wanted to ask, and I was like, is there anything for like trading your money in at the end of the game? You know when you get like a resource that doesn't seem to do anything? It's like, oh, it's victory points, 2 to 1. That sort of mechanic.
Be your number 2 in ending the game.
Okay, so for every 10, you can move one of your resource markers up.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I move my brewmaster up?
Negative.
No.
Well, I don't want it.
You can't just pay your brewmaster to be better.
Yeah. Get good, scrub.
One up.
It's got to improve naturally.
We got some.
Stardew Valley pulling further ahead.
What's the hops next to Tom?
We got some interesting.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What hops next to Tom?
The hops
Oh,
next
this
to
one?
Tom.
It's
Yeah.
a 2.
Dang.
So you've got a 2, a 1, and a 2 right next to each
Oh,
other.
that's a big,
Banging
space.
space, if I'm being honest.
It's pretty good.
Not sure I'm happy with being last anymore.
Ha.
Yeah. Second's not too
Well,
bad, I guess.
we're in round 5, so if you got any big plays,
Yeah, now it's time to do them.
make your big plays.
I do not have dosh. I have $4 dues. So I need some dosh.
I'm sitting on 29 dosh.
I'm activating my pink boy,
Yep, sure.
which will get me a card.
Yep.
But let's go through pink boy first. Because this pink boy activates and gets me $8 dues. And he activates the monk next to him, which moves my yeast up 2 and my hops up 1. And then this guy moves my hops up 3, my yeast up 2, and my barley up 1. Not the craziest move, but at least it gives me something to work with. And I think I will have to do what everyone else has done and grab the... oh, did I? I forgot one crucial element, which is that my brewmaster is up 1.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how this one plays out.
And get myself $12 dues. We'll green screen that bad boy. Look at it right there.
Dude, that card is just like, a little low on cash. Thank you.
Yep, I'm going to trade some in, so I'll trade these 3 in and get myself $15 dues and have 24 to work with for this round. Brother Lachlan, what would you like
Brother
to do?
Tom. Like, there's a lot of things that I need to do that I have neglected. Like, I've gone strong in one direction and neglected some other things, and I am regretting such an action. I would like to move up to the double priests or monks. And I will buy both of those. For
Well, there
8
goes that plan.
For 8 because I don't want to put them in the sun.
That is exactly what I was going to do.
And I will put this one here in this corner, and I will put this one over here. Why not? Something a little bit different.
Yeah, it's very game.
Okay. Well, ain't this some shit?
We
He's
must
gonna
have
go down
forgot
here,
to put
actually.
a
Where'd you put them, Lachlan? Sorry, I wasn't
here
looking.
because
I put them down in my
that
bottom
far,
quadrant here, next to my farm that's worth 7.
no
Very
rag
nice.
rats.
No rag rats.
No rag rats. It's throwing a Backstreet Boys instead of One Direction. The superior boy band.
Cool. I'm going to discard one of my cards for 3 coins.
Ooh.
I'm really enjoying this game.
It's very cool.
It is good.
Like,
Yes.
I am really enjoying it.
I'm going to discard this one for 3 coins.
Big plays.
So that puts me up to 5, 8, 9, 10,
And-
11, 12. Cool.
Whence for will you be spending your coins, brother?
Alright, so I'm going to move up to this one here. And spending, so that comes to 10.
Nice.
5.
Put them in the sun.
Yeah, they're going in the sun. That's why I'm spending 10. Cool. Alright, so
I'm very eager to see scoring.
Scoring's gonna be very
It's
interesting.
gonna be like, I was like, yeah, cool. I feel like I've had a good game, but
Oh, yeah.
I also don't feel like I have had, like, my hops have not moved. Like, they are
Yeah.
stuck where they started, and I am like, it's a race against the clock to get my hops going.
I'm going to put them there.
Nice.
Cool.
Brother Kai.
I'm going to skedoot over here
Nice.
Thought you
and
might.
pay
I was
$10
I was considering it, man. It's
Not
such
bad.
good
to
play.
place all 3 of these in the sun.
Nice. Get those in the sun.
Important questions of whereabouts. I think I'm going to put that one there. That
Look
one.
again.
What's
whoever
count?
has it. Sorry. I keep being like, I need the rules. Just.
And this one here, which allows me to build a shed here. It's another shed below 7 value.
Nice.
So my brewmaster is going to move up another 6.
So good. So good.
So he's going to hang out up here. And that is my turn.
Very nicely done. Now I've got to figure out what I want to do because I wanted that. I could take this one for
Hey, you went
10
first. You could
as
have had
well.
it. You could have had it.
That's true, but I needed the dosh. And I needed to activate the monks. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's pay 10 for 2 tiles.
Yep.
But it is a nice big 4 tile. I've got a couple of nice big 4 tiles. And I will slap it down here and here to complete that shed. I wanted to do what Kai did and get myself 6 movement on my guy, but instead I've got 6, 7, 8, 9 on there, which means I will be getting 3 movement on my brewmaster. So I can't move to 6. And I move mine 3. And then I've got the hard question of, do I activate my monk to get 2 movement on my yeast and 1 on my barley, or do I leave my barley behind and just do 4 movement on my yeast and have that be like the thing that I use to trade stuff down later? And I think that's the better play. I think I've got to focus on yeast a little bit. I do have a lot of yeast. I'm also probably going to activate my 4s to get dosh later and then also move the yeast again. So let's do that.
Brother.
Not...
Have a very yeasty beer
I don't know if that's a good
ready.
thing. Oh, very stout.
You know, like a, yeah.
Okay.
Lachlan.
Yes.
Brother Lachlan.
I just made that up. I know nothing about the intricacies of
Not in
beer.
any way, shape,
I
or
drink
form.
it. I don't know anything about it.
This is going high on the list.
This is
I'm really liking
solid.
this.
It's a really good game that I'm pretty keen to play a second time because now I'm like,
Now you know
Yeah.
there are
the
much more
pathways.
efficient ways to place things.
Yeah. But I never even considered placing two guys of the same next to each other, and then I see that and I'm like, oh, you comboed so hard.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's also like once you know the placing mechanics and how they can work. Like I've done mine very differently to how you guys placed your monks.
See, I really like this
so-
of having two monks next to each other, one in the sun, one in the shade, because then you're getting money
Getting a bit of
and
everything.
resources all at once. Whereas these guys were a bit less of that.
All right. So what do Lachlan?
I'm very torn. I'm very torn, and it's who's blue? You're blue.
I'm blue.
Yep. Okay. Can you please move me to the 3 monk? And we'll pay 5 for that, so then I can get him.
There you go.
Thank you. He's gonna go down this corner.
Yeah, if you just like spam monks, you can get very cheap.
Did you pay a 5 and then take 2 chains?
He did.
Yeah, the 3. It was a 3.
Yeah, it's a
3.
3 mark.
It was a monk. We're 3.
Yeah, that's math.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
worry about me.
You alright, Kat? You all good?
I was thinking it was a 4 for some. Look,
Yeah.
It's alright.
Brother Reese.
Do you like monks? Because monks.
your wages are
Monkey.
so high.
I'm gonna
And
go.
they're not doing anything either.
Just hanging out.
They're just hanging out. I just need to move my brewmaster. That is the key. That is the key. I need to move my
Spending
brewmaster.
so much money on just like
Brewmaster!
What are you thinking, Reese?
Actually, I'm thinking I'm gonna make a giant leap because
Giant leap.
you guys might want a lot of that stuff there.
Yeah.
And if I put a bit of distance, I might have a chance to get the stuff that I want up here. So I'm gonna go here.
Yep.
I'm gonna take this one.
Nice.
Good catch.
Caught it. I'm going to put that on my white resource, which is yeast. So that activates all my white ones.
Yep.
So I get 9 coins.
Geeks of the Yeast.
Yeast.
Terrible.
Yeah, yeast. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 9 coins. And then yeast moves up by 2. Cool. Then
Nicely
I
done.
get to throw a card down. I'm going to throw down my Brewmaster moves up 5.
Nicely done.
Very nice.
Nicely done.
3, 4, 5. He's
Nice.
on the board.
He's on the board.
He's on the board.
Brother Kai.
I'm going to take one very small step
Yeah, I thought you might.
over here, snag this one. Now the
Hops
question of
is
which
green.
color to activate.
Well, I need hops, and I need them in my sunny side. It's what I need.
It's going to have to be
I feel like there's always one resource
water, I
at
think.
the moment that's not on the sunny side, and you're like,
Yeah, you
I
got
think
so
we
many
have
hops
to
on my
activate
sunny
water.
side.
Interesting.
Because it moves the water up 3,
Yep.
Oh, he took the
which
space
gets
I
it on the
wanted.
board. And I get $2. And
Those spaces are going to become.
those $2 I think are going to be helpful.
Yep.
Well,
Very.
I took them like earlier than you guys, so I was like already like up on the place like things. But it seems like you guys have taken them as well. It's getting pretty spicy.
I'm going to take the next one.
Gross.
Yep.
yeah, and this is why I moved up far ahead, so
Yeah,
you
you
guys
definitely had that.
Yeah.
sort all that out, and I'm like, all right, let me just grab
Buy
the things
yourself
I
some
want.
time.
Yeah.
And I am going to. I'm torn between activating my monk and activating. No, let's activate my monk, which will get me $4 dues.
Mhm.
And I'm just going to trade 1 in and get a 5.
Is hops white? No, hops is green.
Hops is green.
White is yeast.
White is yeast, yeah.
Yep.
And then move my water up 2. And it will get me another privilege card, and I'm going to pick the. We haven't seen this one yet. It is the you pick a
Color?
and the amount of tiles you have, not the numbers. That's how many that color moves forward.
Yeah.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yeast tiles.
Nice.
So my yeast will move forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Plays, boys. Plays.
Alrighty.
Lachlan, what are you taking?
It's so harsh because I'm like, there's so many things that I need, and we are running out of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I need to jump ahead to make sure that I can get the things that I need.
It's like a Geezier all over again.
God, how good was it, Geezier?
Such a good game. We'll play that at some point. That,
Yeah.
it's a worker placement set on the Nile, and you can only place your workers further down the Nile. So if you jump ahead, it's the same as this. You can't go back and get the other stuff.
Okay.
I'm so deep in the tank.
Alright, can you jump me up to the... God, this is awful. It's awful. Kai needs hops. Tom does not need hops. Reese does not need hops. I need hops.
Do you, though?
Yes.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing,
no, he
but
does.
if-
He
Yes,
does.
I do.
He needs hops. None of his
But you're
hops
going
is
to be
moved up.
moving stuff anyway. I'm ignoring one of my things
Yeah.
because I know I'm going to
That
move it.
exchange rate is gonna
He's
He's gonna
balancing
balance
it's
out.
gonna
that
shuffle
one
it up
out.
a little bit.
So,
It's
so,
less efficient than moving.
Don't
Okay.
trust in the exchange rate.
so how does that work before I decide
Okay,
to...
so currently oh no, it's going to work terribly for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Currently your Brewmaster is at 5 to 1.
Yep.
So for every 5 you move this back,
Yeah.
that's going to move up 1.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't
that.
do it. Don't trust in the
Unless your
exchange rate.
Brewmaster was going to be better.
Mine's 4 to 1.
I mean, I am hoping my Brewmaster will get to 3 to 1 by the end of this.
Get your hops up.
But I'm like, if I just get my hops up, then I can just try and get everything up together as opposed to trying to trade things backwards.
I've got my life savings riding on you, Lachlan. Come on, brother.
I don't know, like it's such an interesting game that even though I feel like I have done well, I've done well in a different way to everyone else. Like I've played this game completely different to everyone else.
Yeah.
Does not necessarily mean that I am doing well.
I literally have no idea who's going to win.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, haven't you done well?
No.
All right, so what are you doing?
I was gonna take the spot that Kai's on, but he took it. Don't need the barley. Don't need the water. I would like that 3. That 3 would be nice. But I'm like, do I just like?
The 4
Depends on
and
what
the
everyone else is taking though.
I think at this point you're always waiting to see what everyone else does, which is why it takes so long.
But I feel like you
Yeah.
guys are gonna like jump
Which
forward
is
drastically.
to some extent the same problem I have with Istanbul, which is you can't really plan until it's your turn because you just don't know what everyone else is going to do.
I don't know what Tom's gonna do. Kai, I feel like he could use the hops as well. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I know, man. I know. Let's get to the... Let's go for the 3 hops, please.
All right, then. You are red.
Red. 3 hops.
3 hops, and how much are you paying for it? Where are you putting it?
6.
Yeah, it's at that point, hey.
Sunny side.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
No worries. 10,
Reese is paying 10 for 5 of yeast.
and that is going there.
Yep. Kai, brother Kai.
Nice. I am going to skedaddle all the way over to this scoring disc
Yeah.
and pop that on my hops,
Yep.
Thought you might.
which is going to move my hops up by 5. Just there.
Cool. I'm so glad you took the 3.
You gonna take those?
I'm going to take those.
Okay, I was like, I really want the 5 of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could jump it, but I also am going to move to that monk. So
Yeah.
that was like my trade-off. I was like, if no one
Give
takes
me a
anything ahead
moment
of
to
me.
point out where mine are going. I paid 10 to slap them down here. Nothing too crazy, but it means I've got a lot of hops to push that up as well and do some crazy things.
Nice.
Nice. So I'm going to put my monk down here, which finishes a barn. Worth 7.
Yep.
Nice.
Move your guy up 6.
Nicely done.
So
Back in the game, boys.
Don't trust in the
1,
exchange.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's still 4 to
Just
1.
come
Yeah.
unstuck.
Yeah,
But-
it happened.
But I'm just saying that,
Nice.
like, I was like, I spent so much on monks that round. It was ridiculous. You guys are like, yeah, scoring discs. I'm like, I want scoring discs, but I also want monks.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Cool. Well, I'm gonna do a similar move and buy a monk
Nice.
for.
Dang it, brother.
You okay, man?
He needs to put him in the sunny side,
Yep.
so he needs an extra dosh.
Yeah.
Paying 2 coins to put him in the sun. I'm gonna put him there, completing another one, which it comes to a total of 15. So Brewmaster moves up 1 level, activating 2 opposites, activating 2 monks. So we yeast goes up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hops goes up by 2. 1, 2. Hello.
Damn, look at you go.
And then monk hops goes up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wood goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Wood goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Brother
We
Kai.
done? All right. Well, that leaves me with one option, and that is the barrel.
Everyone wants that barrel, man.
And I'm going to be using the barrel to get the one that Reese could also get. And I'm surprised
He hasn't taken
he hasn't taken yet, which is
Yeah.
all of my resources are now
Yeah.
in the brown scoring areas.
Yeah.
Fair.
Reese
Getting
is
me
like,
second barrel.
No, that's fine.
Nicely done.
I'm more focused. I'm playing.
To be honest, I would have preferred the monk, but
Brother Tom.
I am going to go to the single hops.
Single hops. I hate you so much.
I know.
is yellow.
Pay 2 for it.
You're the worst.
There you go.
I don't know why I'm giving you the money,
Yeah, just
but.
chuck the money in for me.
And this goes down here, and if you'll notice, I also wanted to barrel because I fully completed my sunny side.
Nice.
wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, barrel's going to be rough in the next round. Oh yeah, I get a shed.
Oh,
Yeah,
pardon.
shed.
I totally forgot about that.
When did you
It's
put
a
that one?
shed verse worth
me.
4, 8, 9, 10. So it'll move my Brewmaster up 3.
It's pretty good.
And what it also does, it gives me 3 of the same kind of shed.
Oh,
Nice.
keeping up the barrel spaces.
Yeah,
guys.
that's the thing. I think I've got 4 barrel spaces I can take next round.
Yeah.
Holy
like,
moly.
I can take some good barrels as well.
And I need something to activate, so I'm going to activate my 4 of hops and get 4 hops.
Like he's got the monks, so he's used all of his monk score discs, and he's got the
Fully completed sunny side, 3 of the same shed, and 6 ones.
All right, so I took the wood for 1.
Yep.
So I'm going to trade my 10 in for some coin. I need 9.
And I don't think, if I'm correct here, I don't think you can keep me off it. Because Kai has to move next round.
I do have to move.
So this is going to go.
It's going to be interesting to see how this exchange rate works.
Oh yeah. I've pegged my whole game on getting my guy up as much as I can to get a good exchange rate.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, that's my turn.
That was
Reese,
kind
you're
of
up.
my thinking as
Cool.
well, was to get my Brewmaster as high as possible. But you've also got your resources higher.
I'm going first next turn.
First next turn.
First
First
next turn
next
is huge.
Nice.
Yep.
All right,
Kai,
brother,
you
brother
buying
Kai.
that yeast?
I'm quite happy with being second next turn. That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I've only got $4, which means I could only place that in the shade, which is garbage. I could sell one of these, place it in the sun. That's definitely doable. I just don't know if it's worthwhile. Actually, you know what?
I was
It's
not
a
expecting
3.
this game to be so heavy.
We looked it up on Boardgame
Okay,
Geek
you know
and
what?
it
I
said it
ain't
was
gonna
like
do that.
3.75, so it's pretty heavy.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
I just reading things.
So is that the
Complexity.
that's complexity.
okay,
Yeah.
Sure.
It's rated like a 7.7 for
seven-
score.
I think it's like 7.6, and it is 270 on the overalls.
Yeah.
So it's 270, 240.
gonna
It's like
sell this card
Yep.
For 3
Pretty
coins.
good.
for 3 coins,
it's within the 250, I think. So
Yep,
it
you
is
grabbing
pretty
that
good.
yeast?
but I can move here and spend 6,
Nice.
3,
All
4,
but one.
5, 6.
And where are you putting it?
Oh, very expensive. I'm gonna pop it just here.
Nicely done.
Cool.
All right.
Tom.
Barrel me.
Nah.
Damn it! I thought
Right,
you
yeah.
were gonna. Where do you want to go on the end here?
The barrel.
The barrel.
Down the end
Barrel
here.
me. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. I've got even more now.
Shall we just work from left to right?
Yep.
So, dude, pass one.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yep.
God, I
Actually,
get that.
sorry guys, before we go too far,
Oh, yeah,
I
no,
might actually just place
That's
it
cool.
here,
Not a problem. Get your shed.
just to get my shed.
Yep.
I,
Okay,
I had another
we'll
plan for that space, but
sort
I
Kai out.
might just
Do shed.
do that
What is his shed
because
score?
it's a
7,
total of
10,
6,
12, 14.
Yeah, 14, which puts me in the third spot here, so I get to activate 2 adjacent,
Yep, guy goes up 1.
and my brewmaster goes up by 1.
2 opposite, not
2
adjacent.
opposite, sorry, yes.
I thought I was
the
like,
opposite of
enough-
adjacent, and I'm going to pick the 2 3s.
Makes perfect sense.
So
Dude,
1, 2,
yeast in the
3,
Hops game's where it's
and
at.
1, 2, 3.
No, my hops game is trash.
All right. Let's
Scoring
on.
for me.
Okay, so, brewmaster pass 1.
Yes.
There you go.
Yep. All your
Uh,
things are on the thing.
All your things
They are
pass
not.
1. Okay.
6 ones.
6 ones.
Absolutely, I do.
Wow.
There you go. 6 5s.
Yeah. No.
Purple.
Yep. All
Yep.
your score discs. Yep.
On monks.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay. All your score discs
discs
on resources.
They are not. I have not touched them at all.
Three farms
of the same.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. 4 not the same.
I do not. I've only got 3 not the same.
Cool.
Cool.
Something
Something on 20? No.
It is not. It's very close, and it will be next round.
three
That's the
privilege
problem.
styles.
I do not.
All the things in the shade.
Do not.
All the things in the sun.
Yes.
Nice.
There we go. Tom just
That with that right there,
got a shit ton of points.
14 points.
That's a lot.
Wow.
How many barrels you got?
I have 4, and I will most likely... 4 big barrels and 1 little barrel, and I will most likely, I don't think chat has seen this, activate this lovely privilege card next round and get
Yeah, that's big.
another 5 points.
That's big.
It's pretty good. Like, it sucks because like I feel like I'm out of sync because I would have been in the position to get barrels before you, which would have
Yeah.
like stopped you. But now you got them before me, and you just swooped up everything. So
It's
for my
crazy.
turn, I am going to move up on the resource twice.
Yep.
Like I could, if I move up my big, my brewmaster is only going to move up 1 into the next bracket, which is fine. Probably going to get that anyway. So we're going to do 2 on my hop. It's left the station, boys.
Well done, well done. Yeah, I guess the big question is, Kai, do you need the dosh, or do you want to move your brewmaster 1? You've only got 1 coin.
I do only have 1 coin.
All the times you guys made me take the coins.
The question I'm asking myself
Money is
is,
still important. At the
what
end
can
of the
I...
Not
what,
really.
what is buying stuff going to get me
Yeah.
at this
Hey,
point in the
Duke,
game?
Hey, Duke Card, he's been beating the shit out of me in Star Realms.
Nice. That's what I like to hear.
I'm actually going to go ahead and move my brewmaster.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Nice.
Cool.
Move
Tom,
into the
you
next
get 2
bracket.
coins.
Lock
2
that
coins,
bracket
thank you
down.
very much.
Awesome. All right, and let's
I'm going last.
set up for the last round.
I'm going last.
While you guys do that, I'm going to break the seal. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Someone has to.
To be fair, I am feeling that.
I'm feeling it.
Would anyone like a refill of either water or...
I'm so
or
tempted to
beer?
have another beer, hey.
I'm getting another beer. I'll be that guy.
We might actually, before we go into this final round, we're going to have a break. We're all going to go to the toilet. We're going to consider our plans. And we're going to grab another drink. Thank you so much for watching. This is Heaven and Ale. This is probably going to be a little bit of a longer stream because we're playing 2 games today, and I'm having a great time, and
Yeah,
I don't even care.
Having a great time.
I'm keen to play some
All
more
right,
games.
let me run over and hit the add button.
We will see you all soon. Go refresh yourselves, do all that fun jazz.
I know you've all been sitting there at home holding it.
Coffee. Yo, Lachlan, when do we get merch?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Where's my laptop gone?
That's right, Lachlan. We have Nerds of the West merchandise.
That's not my laptop.
Yep, so we have shirts available in different
That's
colors and
still
sizes.
not my laptop.
We have hoodies available in different
That's not
colors
my
and sizes.
coffee.
And also, we have mugs.
I love mugs.
I love mugs too, Lachlan.
I think we should stop saying that word.
I 100% agree. Anyway, guys, if you want any of this Nerds of the West merchandise, feel free to click on our link below. It helps support the channel and it gives you some sick new threads.
And if you want to see anything new, then let us know. We're always working on new designs. Like, if you want to see hats, let us know. If you want to see more mugs, let us know. I've said mugs
For reals though, be sure to visit our Nerds of the West store at nerdsoftheweststore.company.site, where you can pick up your hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, and any new cool stuff we release in the future.
Anyway, guys, I've been Reese. This has been Lachlan. We've been Nerds of the West. We'll catch you all next time.
2020 has been an insane year for board gaming, starting out with Spiel des Jahres, ending up with no one being able to play games together.
What a year! What a year!
What a year!
What a year!
Shipping delays, Kickstarter delays, everything delayed, but still over 2,000 games released this year alone. So we're here today, myself, Tom, and my friend Reese, to try and show off a few of our favorite games that came out in 2020 or late 2019, if we're being honest.
Shut up! Shut up! You're ruining the illusion!
The point is, we love games. We talk about a lot of games. We play a lot of games here at Nerds of the West. You can catch that here on YouTube or at twitch.tv/Nerds of the West. This is just a small selection of games. We have our full board game list of games that we played in 2020 that we will be going over at the end of the year, December 19th, over on our Twitch channel. You can catch that there, or if you're coming to us from the future, hello, we hope things are better, and you can check out the video here on YouTube. To start us off, Reese,
Yo.
got any games you loved that came out in 2020?
So, look, Tom, we played a lot of games. We played a lot of games against each other, but we also played a few co-op games.
Do love me some co-op.
And I have to say, I played one of my favorite co-op games that I have ever played in Horrified.
Good start, my friend. What's so good about Horrified?
All right, so Horrified is 1 to 5 players. And look, I'm a huge fan of movies, of film. You are villagers tasked with trying to take down the universal horror monsters.
Remember when they tried to start a movie universe about all those monsters?
Yeah,
that went well.
We don't talk.
We don't know about that, but there's a game about it now.
This is a really good game. It's very similar. It's sort of a condensed version of Eldritch Horror and Arkham Horror and those sorts
so
of
you walk around the map finding the items you need to take down the monsters?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty
sweet.
much. It simplifies the rules enough so that anyone can play it. And
Medium to lightweight co-op one.
yeah, and you still get a lot of fun out of it. So yeah, that's one of my picks for this year.
Only recommend. What have I got over here? Oh, lightweight, party time, muffin time. This game came out of nowhere for me. I've been a huge fan of Astif movie ever since it first came out. Was not expecting them to ever come out with a board game, let alone a board game that I had so much fun with. This is 2 to 6 players, anyone can pull it out, have a great time. There's all these trap cards that you're basically tricking your friends into saying the wrong word or doing the wrong thing, and suddenly you're stealing their cards.
Yeah, when did we end up getting that shelf of Big Potato Games?
I think it's been there for a while.
We've had it for ages because we got them back
a long
in
time.
the old studio.
Yeah.
You guys have been sticking around since our last one.
Backstories! If another player recalls an event from over a year ago, they discard 3 cards.
God damn. Aim of the game is just to get to 10 cards. It can take anywhere from 10 minutes, half an hour. You're gonna have a good time the whole time though.
Memes the game.
It's pretty accurate, man. YouTube memes the game.
Speaking of party games,
Ooh.
I do have to give an honorable mention to one of our favorite party games that has been getting played nearly every week. Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza.
But that came out in 2018.
Yeah, but it's a good game. I highly recommend it. $20, you can get it from anywhere.
Literally 10
Literally
stores
anywhere.
here in Australia sell this. That's how
Yeah.
available this game is.
And trust me, you will get many plays out of this. I have
Until you
bought
break your hands and mend the cards.
I have bought 3 copies of this because we have played through all of them.
Yeah, actually.
Yes. Yeah. I have personally destroyed 2.
All right. We have new beer. We're ready for the final round. This is the layout of the board. There's some decent stuff to buy.
All right.
I guess it's just
Shall we
jump in and see.
open beers?
Should we introduce our beers?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good
Tom,
point.
what have you got?
I have a Vienna IPA, a Vienna ice cream cake fancy cream cake IPA.
I'm very
interested.
I've had similar ones before, where it's a very milky IPA. It's not quite a stout, but it's on the same kind of path.
I've got a Guelo Rainbow Sherbet Sour. I'm not usually a sour guy,
Damn it.
but Reese and
Have
a
you not
friend of
had it?
ours, I tasted it at Frothtown.
That is
and
the best sour in the world.
it
Don't
is-
at me.
definitely, it's the first sour I've tasted that I liked.
Yep.
So
Yep.
To be fair, because it's genuinely good.
it's pretty good.
Tom, you need to learn how to pour beers.
Yeah, I cannot pour from a can.
I was pretty upset that like you took that one, and I was like, damn.
I asked you 3 times which beer you wanted.
Ooh, boys.
Alright, so I have
me
the
It doesn't
Modus
actually smell amazing.
apricot and
smells
sea
like ice
salt
cream.
sour. This is actually like, it's a very muted sour, so it's not like a sour, if that makes sense. But it's, sea salt actually changes the flavor pretty well, and this is actually quickly becoming one of my favorite ones.
Nice. All right, so I have a chocolate coconut porter. It is by Rocky Ridge, which is in Bustleton, which I didn't think there was many breweries in Bustleton, to be fair.
No, it's really not.
There's like, yeah, not a lot. But I am keen to give this a go, because Kai's stout he had earlier was delicious.
I think, as much as I'm not a sour boy, out of all the beers we've had today,
You are the sourest boy at this
If you
table.
are to find one beer and try it, Rainbow Sherbet Sour is it. Like, that beer
that
is...
is good.
That transcends what beer can be.
As offensive
And that
as
is
it
the
is,
wankiest thing I've ever said, but it is so...
I mean, I wasn't going to point
so
it out.
damn good.
Let's trade. I need to taste this Vienna one.
Yeah, ice cream IPA. Like ice cream
Ooh,
stout.
that's fruity.
Ooh. I love the smell of that. The taste, not so much. I don't hate it. but
It's decent. That's cool.
yeah.
That reminds me of the watermelon one that you had before.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Lachlan?
I only tried a little bit from the can,
That's
and
nice.
I've got some head.
It's
so
not as
Yeah.
sour as I was expecting.
I've got some head going on, all right?
God.
Jeez.
got a lot of
Dude,
head.
stouts are the worst to pour.
Yeah, my stout,
not great.
I poured a lot of head on mine.
And that's going to take a while to go through. I'm so keen to sit at home with more beer and just play Civ all night. But I have to record ADR for our review that's coming out tomorrow. Dude, going from that to that.
Dude, that is the Sherbyville
jump.
lemon skit right there.
Yeah. We have a new review coming out tomorrow.
Shake harder, boy.
Can we see? Can anyone? Has
This
anyone
is
got
our
eyes?
lemon tree.
Welcome, Bellum Sacker and me. It's underneath the magnetic tape. Just while we're sorting out our beers, this is Bellum Sacrum. I'm going to green screen it because it's not going to work.
That's
and
gonna
that's
go
hilarious. Yeah, I know. This is Bellum Sacrum.
Tom's a doer, not a thinker, guys.
No, I did it because it wouldn't work. Come on, man.
No,
Built for the meme.
don't be silly.
This is an Australian 2-player combat card game. You both have identical 42 card decks, and you go at each other. I won't say much more because you should watch my review. It's kind of a review / how to play. It's a very complicated game in its simplicity, so I had to kind of explain how it works to then give my thoughts on it. But I hope you enjoy the review. I had a lot of fun making it. Took a while to make. I think we got that game in like December, and I'm just putting the review out. So apologies to the creators of the game. I am super keen to do a playthrough of it at some point as well. But let's jump into what is going on
This
here.
does not have much of a smell to it.
I'm not gonna lie, like it's pretty red at the bottom, and I don't know if I'm not. Yep.
We might all need to work together to break that one down. Anyway,
We'll see how this
We'll get
goes.
there.
Reese,
yo.
you have the first play. You have 2 dory doos. Where are you going? Good move.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm activating.
Your trap card?
Oh,
Baldy
you've all
McGee.
activated the number 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all yours, bud.
yeah, all yours.
Yes.
Activating Baldy McGee. So
That's a lot of ones, Tom.
so Wood's going up by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hop's going up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's on the 20, boys. Then this monk activates. Hop's going up by 2. I get 2 coins because it can't go past 20. Water going up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barley going up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then he's going to activate Old Mate here.
Yep.
Water going up by 5.
Nice.
1, and then I get 4 coins.
Amazing. What a play.
Pretty good.
Wheat goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, barley goes up by 3. And then I get another 4 coins.
Yep. That's pretty good.
4.
Solid.
That actually worked out better than what I expected.
That's amazing. That's so
That
well
was a
done.
really good.
Yeah,
That was a really
good play, good play.
Mm.
So I'm telling myself it was a good play. What a fucking asshole.
What a jerk.
And then I'm going to play another privilege card because I filled in the spots here. I'm going to pick white. So I have 4 white tokens, and white will go up 4 spaces.
Amazing.
1, 2,
Not a
3,
banger.
4.
That's
Not a banger.
Not a banger.
I didn't mind it.
That's okay.
Yours getting Reese? Yeah, dude, Reese. It really depends if Reese can move his guy forward anymore, because he doesn't have to move his resources. I already
You
know what
already
it
have?
is.
Yeah, nah, not a banger.
Yeah, so his guy is only at 4-1, but he also doesn't have to move his stuff a lot at all, and then he's getting 3 times about 14 points.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes.
That's some solid points there, Reese. All right, Kai,
All right.
brother Kai.
You're a piece of shit.
I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and plonk.
You're not sorry at all.
I'm not sorry, even remotely. I'm going to go ahead and plonk this one on barley, the other yellow one. To move that forward by 3. 1, 2, 3, and get $2. That 2, and that is 2. I'm not cheating. And play this one here to move my brewmaster up 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my turn.
Nice.
All right, Tom, what you got? You going colour?
Here's the thing. Like, I do want to, but I'm also looking at it, and if I take the color, right, and then you all jump up and take these other ones,
Yes. You should.
I don't know if I'm getting myself another card.
There you go, friendo.
I don't think I'm getting another card either, which is like the upsetting part of this.
So I think if I want to move my brewmaster, I've got to do it by building sheds. So I'm going to spend... How much would that work out to be? 4, 7, 10, 12. That's not great. That only moves in 1. Down here, 3, 6, 7, 9. Maybe I can pick some cheap ones up and finish that shed and get this shed somewhere close. So I'm going to pay... Do I grab that 3? Do I 3?
Going last sucks.
3, 6, 7, 10, 12. Nah, see, that's not great either.
Oh, excuse me.
Let's grab that 3 and 2 of barley.
Yep.
How much change do you need, sorry?
None.
None? Okay.
Chuck that down here.
Yep.
For a quick circle around that shed, and I just need to move him at least 2 spaces to get ×4 multiplier on my stuff. I know I'm going to get bulk dosh from activating all my 4s. And some bulk movement, and we'll see what happens. Lachlan, brother Lachlan.
Okay, I would like to move up to the 4 and the 2 of hops and water, please. I'm going to ditch a card for 3 coins. Thank you very much. We're going to pay 8 for the hops to go on the sunny side. So he's going to go here, which is going to get me a barn.
Nice.
Then we're going to put the water up the top here, which is going to cost me 2. Leave me with 2 coins. And that is a barn worth 9, 12, 14. So we only get to move my brewmaster up by 1, but it's a 2. And we're going to activate my 4 and my monk. So that is the hops goes up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My monk activates, which gives me 9 coins plus that, so that's 10.
Apologies.
10. Then he also activates my other monk, which is also going to give me an extra coin from that wood.
This chain of monks.
And then
Pretty great.
Do the monks not all activate
Yeah.
each other?
Oh, and then oh, another 3 coins.
3 wood.
It's just like, hey, go to work. Oh, hey, go to work.
Oh, hey, go away.
If you guys don't mind, I'm just going to shift these down by 1 and see if I can slam a monk in there.
Sure.
Well, I don't know about that.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And my hops are now in the top section.
All right.
I need the monk.
Yep.
I'm going to pay 6 once I get him. And I'm going to put him here, which will finish this shed, which is another 2. So
Just looked at the board and I cried.
Brewmaster moves up 1.
I just looked at the board and was like, oh no. Gotta rank it.
These
Gonna be
2
tough.
are going to activate. So we'll start with this monk here.
This is going to be tough.
5 coins.
Yep.
Yeast moves up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
And he activates this monk here, which Yeast will move up by 5. 1, 2, and I get 3 coins.
Nice.
And then Hops will move up by 2, so I get another 2 coins. So he's activated. Then this monk here activates, so I get 8 coins. Sorry.
Reese with some big plays. Yeah, not feeling this beer.
That's a shame.
So those 2 activate. I get another 5 coins for the wood.
that's
And
some
then Yeast moves up another 2. I will fix this in a sec. And that's everything.
Cool.
So let me just sort this out for a sec. 5, 10, 15,
We kind of asked what
20.
everyone's favourite beer is. What's the worst beer you've ever tried?
Honestly, that whiskey
the
one.
whiskey one was pretty fucked.
Correct.
It was not amazing.
The worst one I've ever had was on my Bucks night, and Lockie probably remembers this.
Oh yeah, I bought that
Oh,
for
you
you,
probably
didn't
remember
I?
it as well, actually. At James Squire, what was it called? Generous Squire.
Yeah.
And it was beer made from hops found in a 100-year-old shipwreck.
Yeah, that's right.
It should have stayed in
Which-
the shipwreck.
They should have just left that shit at the bottom of the ocean, man. That was.
I
did
did not remember that.
That was only our second pub of the night. And I took a mouthful, and it came straight back up immediately.
Gross.
Everyone knows Foster's is the best Aussie beer.
True. So I believe that's Kai's turn.
I've only tried Foster's once, and it was in England. No, I haven't had my turn yet.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no,
We're
it's your
waiting
turn
on-
now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
We're
even think
waiting.
I tried Foster's when I was in England.
It's not worth it.
It's
No,
average.
I'm not surprised.
I'm gonna hop over here. For
Yeah,
another
but-
scoring disc, I'm going to score my yeast,
The people actually drink VB.
which
Yeah, I drink VB.
is for 7.
VB is the very
1,
best.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 money because why not?
Did you want to grab
Have a few
another
this,
beer?
a few.
So you have something that you're going to drink?
I think when we
That
get
you actually
Red Dragon in, I'll get whatever's
Yeah.
left.
As the
Just
person
neck
who
it.
bought that, I'm
Just
not
drink
upset.
responsibly.
You also get a card.
I do also get a card, and I had this one on top because that one was ready for me to plop down, which means I move my furthest back resource, and because I have 2, I pick one of them up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces.
Nice.
I'm going to pick wood just arbitrarily and move it up 7 spaces.
Cool. I'm going to yeet a card for 3 gold and then pay 1 gold for that monk right there.
There you go.
Mm.
In the shade he goes.
Tom's definitely hanging back.
I'm hanging back because
He can
I-
slap up anything he wants.
I can snap up anything I want, and I don't think I can get the scoring discs that I need.
Fair.
Even if I jumped on that scoring disc and then jumped another one forward, I don't think it would have worked out for me as well as doing this.
Yep.
So I'm going to grab this bad boy and plop him down in there. That is my turn. Lachlan, what would you like to do?
I would like to move. What's this? So this is 10, 14, 16. And if I go and grab those 2, which will cost me a total of 8, will only bump me up to 18, which means I can do it still into 3, which is not bad. Not a bad idea. I could choose that one, and that one. Let's do that, actually. So let's grab those 2. I could have gone to the barrel.
Yep.
But we might as well just do that. So it's only going to cost me 8 for that. Gets me 2 coin change. We're going to put this down here, that over there, gets me a barn with 8, which is a 3
Has
barn.
anyone played Red Dragon Inn? I haven't.
No.
Not yet.
Nah,
Keen for it.
First time for everybody, everyone.
Cool. So I am going to choose the 5, the 4, and the 2 as the things that activate. My guy moves up 1, and so I'm going to get 5 wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mhm.
So I go over it by 1. Then we're going to go up on my yeast by 2. 1, 2. And then I'm going to go up 4 on my hops. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are climbing, boys. We're
Very
climbing.
cool.
We're climbing.
Climbing hard.
cool. Alright, I'm here, correct?
Yep.
I'm gonna move here.
Yep.
Buy that for 2. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna put that there. So that goes there. Kai, your turn.
Gonna hop to the next scoring disc.
You're dead to me.
There's another one.
1.
7 kilometers away.
Which I will plop on the only monk that I can. The only spot that I can, even. Which is going to get me 3 hops. 1, 2, 3, and 1 water. Massive plays.
Cool. Gonna grab the 1 scoring disc that I can.
Yep.
And activate my 4s. So I'm going to get myself $8 dues and 1, 2, 3, 4. So $9 dues and 1,
Thanks
2,
again.
3, 4.
Good night. Thanks
Thank
for
you
tuning
so much
in.
for being here.
Thank you very much.
Absolute legend. So I need $9 dues from that.
This game is a lot of fun to learn with you all. One thing to remember about Red Dragon Inn is to think like MTG in terms of the stack.
Oh no.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
Remember how the stack results, boys. Alright.
Sure. There's one thing people should know about me by
turn?
now, is that magic is not my strong suit.
Brother Lachlan.
Everything's terrible.
Yep.
Like, I feel like Kai wants that last disc because then he can complete another thing.
Another card.
If I jump and I take the disc, then I don't really get any benefit other than whatever it activates. Which, you know, I would probably choose hops. And I'd get some dollars. I'd get 7 hops. It would move my hops up. I could move...
You could move your water up a decent amount.
Yeah, that was the alternative, is moving my water up instead of my hops, because that's the one that's sort of trailing behind. So Kai's going to move there. I don't know what Reese is doing.
Don't worry about it. I don't think I'm gonna win. So just
I don't know, all your stuff is so high.
Yeah.
don't worry about me.
You're not going to have, like, your equalizing isn't great, but you don't have to equalize much.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah.
think you equalize at all.
I could probably just buy my
No.
way through.
Because if you move something down 4
It puts it equal to...
to that, and then that thing moves up 1, and
Yeah.
therefore your thing is now further behind. So I think you are getting 3 times 16 points. Which is not bad.
It's alright. I got some.
But it's
Got
not
some
bad
plays.
at all.
Got some plays. I
What's
just
good?
gotta.
You got plays?
Not really. Everything's bad. I've come down to a sticky situation where maybe I should have trailed a bit earlier. Kai went hard on those scoring discs, and now I've like overshot the barrel.
Got this barrel down here.
Great. But someone else will take it, and then I'll end up in that like thing of not being able to go onto it again. Let's take the scoring disc because I don't have the coin to do any of the other things. We're going to activate water. It's going to get me $7. $7. Hell yeah. Then it's going to get me, what is that, 9 water. So we're going to move up to 13.
Cool.
Yep.
And
You took everything I wanted. That was my alternate plan to getting scoring discs, and now I'm like, I cannot get anything. He took a monk. He put a monk in that top corner.
Heading to the barrel. And I've covered all of my resources, so I'm going to take that. I also have 3, privilege cards out, so I'm going to take that. I don't think I meet any other... I've already got that.
Yep.
I don't think I've got 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 short. I definitely don't have 6 fives. I haven't covered all my monks. I haven't got 3 of the same shed. I haven't got 4 different sheds. None of them are at 20. Already got that. I haven't filled either side. So 2 barrels.
Not bad. Alright, Tom.
I gotta really consider stuff.
You have so much time up your sleeve.
I do, but it's the problem is there are now no 1s or 2s left on the board.
What's your currency?
Oh, my currency's fine.
I got
There are no
mixed
1s or 2s on the board, which means I can't make this an 8 to 11 and move my guy up 3. And I
Not
can't get
unless you
2.
jump to the monk.
True,
That's a big jump.
but him moving up 3, it only gets it to there, and then I wouldn't be able to complete this one. So I think my better play is actually to fill in these 3 spots and move him at least 2 spaces.
Sure.
Yep.
Thereby also getting me filling in the entire Darklands thing for 4 points. It's a shame that I can't get the tile to get myself 5 extra points for my tiles. But let's just see what other tiles I might be able to get while I'm here, because the tiles I think are my plan right now.
Sure.
This round I wanted to do all of the things and I did none of the things. And I'm like, oh, I could stop in and like just fill my board.
Honestly, this round went better for me than expected. I'm surprised I got 2 scoring discs. I thought you... Actually, I got 3 scoring discs. I thought you guys were going to just...
Well, I wanted to, but I also needed other things along the way. Like, they would have been really handy.
See, I waited up and I don't think there was any value to me in purchasing anything else. I don't think any more ingredients or any more monks did anything for me.
Yeah, your brewmaster is really high on the board.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 12 no matter what. And this will be 7, 12, 18.
Oh, this game is hard, guys.
I am really enjoying it.
Oh, it's so interesting.
Okay.
So if I move to this spot here, that costs me 12, and I currently have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, so I need to trash one of these. Yeah, there's no way I can do it, so it doesn't matter. So 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 for $12 dues. And I'll grab all of those.
Yep.
If I put the 3 down here, that makes that a 3, 6, 9, 11, 12. And these ones up here make this a 8, 13, 16. So they both end up being the same scoring, basically, no matter what way I put things. So I need...
2 2s?
2 2s.
Yep.
Actually, no, sorry, I do want to do... Let me double check. I want to get a 3 if I can. So 8. I don't think I can.
What are you doing, Reese?
8.
D-Dose, finally
16.
able to tune in for a stream.
Hello!
Getting one of the 3s.
6.
Oh, nice.
Happy
8.
you could make it. We're just about finished up with Heaven and Ale, and then we're going to be playing some Red Dragon Inn. So stick around.
It's been a
It has been a heck of a game.
Extra long stream today.
XL.
There's not a tile. It's 4 different kinds of things. Is that I've only got 3, and I can't make it a... It's because I moved that guy, and I could have done it, but I had to play it the way I had to play.
I think he's just got
I've
a...
got
3,
my move
6,
set, and if someone jukes me, then that's
9,
it. I'm just going straight to the
11,
end.
12.
Finishing.
Well, you
8.
guys can't affect me at all.
Yeah.
The only one that can affect me
13,
is Tom.
16.
And even then, I think Tom's still dirtling down
Well, my
Yeah.
trade-off was collect more of these and screw Kai, and let Kai get the disc, or jump to the disc and not let Kai get it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, that was the trade-off.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't take the disc
Why not?
because I had nothing to use it for.
Can I have the rules again? Sorry.
Damn.
I just wanted to check how this works at the very end of the game.
It works as I checked that
as
earlier.
written?
Yep.
Yep.
It works as it did for the rest of the game. So if you're the last one there, you get nothing.
Okay, cool.
Gross.
You're the first player for the next
So
game.
I imagine the priority here is obviously like boosting your fucking...
Yeah,
Yeah.
boosting any resources.
And then maybe that.
Yeah.
And if that $2 makes you a multiple of 10, good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get bulk dosh here, and maybe that'll help me. So my guy moves up 2.
Cool.
Which is all that's really important.
That is super important.
Because he gets up to 3-1 and 4 times scoring. I activate these 2 guys, and I activate that guy twice, and I activate that, so I get $3.
It's been a while since I've seen the copy paster.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 20, 25.
I love it.
29, 32, 36, $40 reduce.
$40.
Nice.
What?
Which will probably help a lot in the end.
That will help a
Yeah,
lot. Missed
upgrading
opportunity
your-
though, RJ. You could have said all 150 dragons went off and the gold was wrong badly.
I'll still get one more token. I'll still get one more token and one small token potentially, but we'll see.
Cool. That's
My turn?
It's huge, but it's
It
not
might
as
not be
big as moving my guy up as much as I wanted to.
Yeah.
All right, Lachlan, what do you got space for? Yep. There's no way you can let him have
I
it.
like how all your monks are just smoking behind the shed down the bottom there, while like 3 of them do all the work.
Dude, it sucks that they're down there because it was like, this activates this one, and this activates this one, and this one activates this one. Too bad they're all down the bottom.
$4, $3.
Yeah.
Alright.
Reese, can you do anything?
Yes. I'm going to move here and pay 3 for that.
Yep.
So 5, get 2 back, which will then complete this farm here, which is 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. Which means I get a 3. No, a 1. Sorry, I get a 1.
Yeah.
Yep. So 1. My brewmaster moves up 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's so
Into
good.
the next one. I'm going to activate this monk here, which activates these ones. So I get 4 coins, 9 coins, because water can't go anywhere further. 5, 9. My barley goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then he activates this monk here. Barley goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3, because my barley can't go up any further.
Crazy.
I get
Hey,
another,
thanks, Didos.
and then I get
Beers with
another
beer games.
7
It's
because
been a great day.
We didn't cheers
my
this round.
hops and my
They had a good ring to them.
Yeah.
too.
Cheers to everybody at home.
Thank you for
Thank you for
joining
joining
us.
Whether you are watching along, drinking along.
Following this insane game.
I get another 7 coins
And
because these can't go up anymore.
And I hope you've enjoyed it, even though it has been very heavy.
6, 7.
Where did this come from? Where does wood come from?
Sorry.
Dance Commander, I might as well dox you, Sean. We are.
We call him Sean all the time.
Yeah, I know, right? Everyone
Those
knows who it
scores
is.
don't make sense.
The scores haven't been calculated yet.
Yeah, they don't mean anything right now.
That's just tracking our. You know what? I'm not explaining the game again. You missed it. You missed the start.
Of all the people, don't worry about explaining. There we go.
Yep. This sucks because it's like, cool, Tom's just going to swoop up a bunch of shit now.
What do you mean?
Well, you go ahead of me, so you're going to barrel before I do.
I am going to barrel before you, but I don't know what I'm going to get.
Yeah, it's
it's
upsetting.
really not a lot.
Because Kai has to move now off the barrel space, then Tom gets to barrel before I get to barrel, even though it's a
Yep.
completely different barrel space.
So what I'm going to do is be the first across the line to move my Brewmaster up the
Dude,
one
so
space
good.
required
So
to get him into
good.
the next bracket.
Nice.
I was so worried Reese would see that and do it just to block me.
No, I got my own
But-
thing going on.
When you asked how that worked at the end of the
Yeah.
game, I was like, oh no,
Yep.
he's going to block my
Yeah.
final play.
All right, Tom.
Yeah, I'm barreling. Let's see what I get.
All right.
All your resources? No.
No.
6 1s. You've already
I
got
already
that
got
one.
it, so I can't get it.
5.
I
6
think I've only
fives.
got 1 5.
Yep. All your monks.
Already got it. Nope. 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 Yes.
Hey!
Yeah, you do have a 20 now. Yep.
Cool. 3 prestige.
Nope. Yes.
Damn it. See, like, I was, like, going to get that with that monk.
Oh, I'm
Because your farm's full.
so glad
Interesting.
sorry to be mean, Tom.
Yep.
I'm so glad you didn't get that last scoring
Oh, yeah.
token to get that, get that barrel card out.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would have been worth 5. What is it?
An extra.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Lachlan, you're up.
I'm going to barrel.
Yep.
So I'm going to get the first barrel because all my things are in the wood zone.
Yep.
6
no,
ones?
only 2 ones.
You've already got 6
Already
fives.
got-
All your monks? No.
No.
All your resources? No.
No.
3 of the same?
No.
3 different?
4
4
different?
different?
Yes.
Yes,
I
nice.
almost had that one.
3 prestige cards?
Negative.
Uh,
Dark zone, yes.
Nice.
And light zone? No.
Almost.
No. So that's what I mean. Like, I could have filled my board up if I had sort of taken my time a little bit
Yep.
longer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I jumped over the barrel at the start. I could have.
And sometimes Oxtos shines his light, and sometimes the Shadow Man casts a shadow.
Dude,
you know?
so you know the guy that like the guy that like comes in and like winks, and then I'm trying to remember what he says in the second episode, but it's my mate Aaron, and like he directs the show, so seeing him in all, pop up in all those things, I'm like,
So, strange ending. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the end, but I'm going to take 2 coins.
wow.
Why is that? Because that will take me up to 40 coins.
Nice.
10, 20, 30, 40. Everything's going to be on 20.
No.
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
Yeah, incredible.
Wow. Holy
Primo ingredients.
shit.
I think Reese
I think Reese might have it. Reese is getting 60 points.
I will cap out at a max of
Holy
60 points.
moly.
Because I have no bonus points.
Tom, you're
move-
going to the end.
Yep, move me to the 2. Move my
yeah.
thing up 2. Lachlan gets nothing.
I get nothing.
You lose,
Alright.
unless he wants to buy water. Do you want to buy water?
So,
It's no point.
yeah.
I
hold
want
on.
him to, though.
G-Dose, so what is everyone's favorite type of beer, and what is everyone's favorite brewery? Myself, I love a good lager, and Byron Bay Brewing Co. is
Byron
my
Bay's
favorite.
That's just so solid. That's solid. That's solid all round.
I'm a big
Starting with
fan
Tom.
of pale ales and then their derivatives, so IPAs and XPAs.
Yep.
Something nice and hoppy, but like something like this where it's a little bit fruity or a little bit sweet at the same time is also really nice. I really like Feral, but I have to say Northbridge Brewing Co. just for like the location and the food that they do at the same time is so good. And all their beers are super strong, so you can have one and that's like totally fine to kickstart a night out.
I'm not a fan. I think they make shit beer, but
Fair enough. Kai, favorite beer brewery?
So I'm it's really depending on my mood, but I really like, I go sort of back and forth between the really nice, easy drinking lagers I enjoy, and like my stouts and, sort of heavier beers like that. So it really depends on, usually the weather. Summer, I really like a nice, refreshing lager. Winter, stouts all the way.
There is nothing like a super cold lager on a hot
Yeah.
day. Like, that beats anything.
I
Cold lager is
really like, I really like Four Pines Brewery.
Yeah, that is.
They're not
Pines is
real.
good.
They're not super craft anymore. They're getting a bit more mainstream, I guess. But I really like Four Pines Brewing Company.
Nice.
they do make some solid beer.
I was a huge fan of stouts. I still like stouts, but they're not my favorite beer at the moment. My favorite beers are sours. I really love sours.
A good sour is amazing,
yeah.
but there's so
This is
many
a delicious
Yeah,
sour.
sours.
the Guilo. There is a lot of bad sours. That's what I'm finding out. But currently, I'm loving the sours. My favorite brewery though is Colonial. I think Colonial is a very awesome brewery. They do really good beers. I can actually drink like a lot of their stuff that I don't typically drink. So like their pale ales and their small ales and stuff. I really like that. Their draft.
Yeah, their small beer is really good.
Yeah, their draft is rad. I really like the draft. That's a good casual drinking beer. Lachlan.
Yeah, a cold lager is always a good lager. You'd have to be English to enjoy a warm lager. Then they're not necessarily that weird. I also enjoy stouts. I don't necessarily have a favorite brewery though. Like Four Pines is really good. I do enjoy Four Pines. Matzo's is pretty good, even though they make none of the things that I just referenced whatsoever.
Oh, ginger beer is good beer.
Ginger beer is fucking sick. I also enjoyed their mango beer. That was also really cool.
Well, actually, Broken Shackles by James Squire.
James Squire is good.
Is very good as well.
I don't know, there's so much to choose from, but normally
Craft beer in Australia is in a really good spot right now.
I normally drink German beer. Or Belgian beer,
Also
to be
good.
fact.
Great Northern draft beer still goes down like mother's milk. Yeah, Great Northern's not
It
bad.
does go down easy.
Yeah.
My go-to is Goat, very good beer because it's $50 for
It's
a.
not good.
No, I reckon when we put it in that fridge,
You
the fridge
ruined
was
it
too
for us
cold.
because
You
Yeah.
ruined it for us.
The beer
Tom bought a
froze.
carton of goat and was like, everyone's going to really enjoy this beer. And then we
No,
put
I
it.
just thought it was a good go-to for everyone.
Yeah, we put it in a fridge that was too cold.
And it froze
Tom
beer and it
hyped it
tasted
up,
weird.
It froze. It went flat. It was a bad
It was
experience.
bad
Yeah,
time. Bad time.
okay.
I have
alright.
to try it again, like properly.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's not like next level beer, but it's a decent price for a case.
Well,
and it's not bad.
my go-to beer would be Hoegaarden
Yeah.
because it's a good wheat beer, and I love me some good wheat beer, and I love Belgian beer. Belgian beer is better than German beer. So yeah.
I don't know what brand that keg was, that Aldi, that cheap AF Aldi keg, but that was
German.
good. It was Belgian. It was.
What are you checking, Reese?
really
Are
nice
we going to
beer.
get into scoring?
Curse my ability to not read rules properly.
Uh oh.
It's fine.
What
Okay,
happens?
so end of the game. The game ends after the last round as soon as the last player has moved their figure to the space in the starting area and has taken immediately a reward. Now, each of you work out the victory points as follows. Next, even out positions of your resource markers on your production track. First, apply your unlocked resource exchange rate to your resource markers closer together. The rate determines how many total steps you have to move any resource markers backwards in order to move your least advanced resource marker one step forward. So we do the exchange rate before we do anything else.
And then
Not
you get
after.
to buy.
Yes.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so let's work out our exchange rates.
Yeah, let's have a look at Reese's because he's the one who's talking about it all.
Yep, alright. So, for example, I have a 3-to-1 exchange rate, which means I have to move my things down 3 to move my least up 1. So if we go 1, 2, 3, that moves up 1.
Yep.
Now, do I have to...
Yeah, you have to move one down to move one. At this point, that's your lowest, and it's not going to change no matter what you do.
Yeah.
So I don't think it
Continue
matters.
applying your exchange rate until none of your resource markers can be moved forward without decreasing the value of another marker to below that spot.
So you're still gonna have to move your white one to move one up, and then move
Yeah.
your other one down to move another one up.
Yeah.
So do I keep going?
So you just go 1, 2, 3, and you move one up, and then you go 1, 2, 3, and move one of these up.
Yeah.
Then 1, 2, 3, and you get to choose and move one up. Which
Okay.
it doesn't really matter which one's which, but that would be the final.
There we go.
Yeah.
The final
That's
thing.
still pretty darn good.
I'm
man.
still pretty happy with that. I don't think I'm going to get 60 points, but like I'm pretty
It's going
happy.
to be very close.
All right, so Kai, you're next.
All right, I have got my brewmaster all the way up to this 2-to-1 exchange rate, which is pretty good, but my ingredients were not as high quality as Reese's. So I will move this down 1, 2 to move this up 1, 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 and 1, 2 to move this up 1.
Cool.
Nice.
Mine's going to be kind of shit. I've got 3-to-1. I've got 3-to-1. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3 for 1. 1, 2, 3 for 1. 1, 2, 3 for 1.
I don't want to distract Tom, but D-Dose, I don't know if you can get this Guelo
This is the
Rainbow Sherbet Sour in South Australia. Where's this brewed?
ultimate suggestion. That is
Hong Kong.
Oh, okay, so hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm not a sour guy either. This is the best sour I've tasted.
Can also say that.
However, all of the ones that Reese brought that I've tasted so far have been pretty good. This one is Reese's favourite, which is an apricot sour brewed
With sea salt.
with sea salt
1, 2,
in New South
3.
Wales. So maybe you can get a hold of that
move
modus
that up.
operandi.
1, 2, 3 to move that
And then
up.
this other sour here, Anderson Valley,
That's an American one.
an American one. So you should be able to get that, hopefully, any reasonable bottle shop.
Yeah.
Briny Melon Ghost. That was kind of watermelon-y one. I liked all of those, and I'm not really a sour guy either. So
I would highly recommend the Rainbow Sherbet Sour. That is the one that I've introduced to people being like, try this sour. Every sour I've put in front of my parents that they've hated, they like that one.
Yeah.
Like,
So this is where I finish.
Yep.
With
okay,
mine.
not bad, not bad. So they can't go down any further.
No, because if they go down 3, then they'll be behind the pack.
True. Awesome. All right, so next, we then spend, all right, then for every 10 ducats, dollary dues, you return to the reserve, move any one of your resource markers one step forward on the production track. Now, The furthest behind one is the one you multiply 4.
Yeah, it did not work out for me at all. I'm getting 8 points.
Wow, rough. So if I had 10, so I move the lowest one right forwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
So I have 40
Yep.
altogether.
So you can move them.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. Or can you? Oh, you can. Yeah, you can.
I've got
Because they're on
$6, so I can't move any of mine forward.
Okay. So
Did you move yours, Tom?
Yeah.
Tom's like, just shaft one.
Yeah. Did
Finally-
not work out for me at all.
finally calculate your victory points as follows. Check with which of your 5 resource markers is furthest behind on your production track, and which spot it's on. Multiply the number in this spot by the victory point value of your brewmaster unlocked.
So my
Oh,
first
mine's
one
even
is
worse.
hops.
Oh, no, it's 4.
So hops is my last one.
Yeah, let me
and it's a
reset the
4.
scores.
And is that correct?
Yeah, so yours, because your brewmaster's here, it's
Yep.
times 3, and your last one's there, so it'll be 3 times 9.
Oh, okay.
9, 18, 27.
27.
Yeah,
So Lachlan so far is on 27 points.
cool.
Reese is gonna stomp.
I think Reese has it.
I think Reese has it.
Okay, I'm 3 times 18.
Gross.
It's 54.
Let me just double check that. I trust your maths.
It's 3 times 20 minus 6.
Oh, he's
Tom with
gone
the
and done
maths.
it.
Tom with the maths.
54. I trusted you, I just...
Didn't trust him.
Yeah, I didn't trust you.
Kai.
I'm just sure Tom's counting. I don't want to.
Oh, no. I'm just matching this
Okay,
until I get
well,
it close to 50,
yeah,
and then I'll check.
Tom's got to press at 54
So I've
times.
unlocked a
Oh my
multiplier.
god, did I actually get it to 54 exact by accident? Yeah.
Amazing.
I'll
Watch out
I'll
for the
stop now.
shelf. Watch out for
Nailed
the
it.
shelf.
Yeah. So I've unlocked a multiplier of times 5, but my lowest ingredient is a mere 6, which is 30, plus 18.
That's
We'll
gonna
get
go
those
on.
in a moment.
Oh, okay.
We're going through the whole order. So Kai is
I think
on
so.
30.
Oh, there's so many ways I'm gonna play this next time.
Oh
we
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
If I reckon not taking the risk to get my brewmaster up, because even just getting it up to 2-to-1 would have been a massive increase for me.
Like,
I get 4 times 2.
8.
8 points.
nice.
All right. 2. Well, this is where you're going to make up your points, right?
Not enough.
2. Add that to the... Add to that result 4 points for each large barrel and 2 points for each small barrel you have collected. If you have placed your barrel privilege card next to one of your completed privilege pairs, add 1 victory point for each barrel. So add your barrels. I have none.
I do get 24 points,
Not bad.
which is not bad. Could have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 31 points.
Yep.
Which would have put me somewhere respectable.
Yep.
Yep.
But still, only up to 32 is not amazing.
I don't know. It's pretty good.
I think my plan of get my brewmaster up and have 1 or 2 really high is not bad. It just didn't quite work out
It
this
is
time.
one where you have to balance everything,
Yeah.
sort of. Finally,
Well, who else? Sorry, who else got points? So
I
Kai,
got 14.
14.
Yeah.
sorry, I'm cutting people off. Trying to make sure no one overtakes
And
me.
Kai got 16.
And I got 16. Yes.
Nice. So what barrels did you guys get? So like the big
yeah.
barrel, I got the farmland for not the same. I got to 20 the first with one of my resources, and I got 6 5s.
Yeah, I actually couldn't. I think I could only get like 1 barrel, which is why I didn't decide to do any of the barrels.
Fair. I got so many barrels.
Finally, if your player figure is on the first player starting space, add 1 victory point to your result.
Yes.
There you
1
go.
for Lachlan. The player with the most victory points wins the game. If tied, the players with the most victory points share the victory.
All right, what are we on, Tom?
Reese is on 54. Kai is on 46.
Nice.
Lachlan is on 42.
Nice.
And I am on 32.
Nice.
Hey.
You know what? Not as like out of whack as thought, and like, well done to Kai and Reese.
Yeah.
Like, man, I think the last 2 rounds ruined my game.
I-
Out of the gate I was, and then I just couldn't.
My whole plan hinged on getting this guy up to here. up to the, if I can show it off, 5 times points and 2 to 1. So instead of 3 to 1, it would have been 2 to 1, and I would have been somewhere up here-ish, and got like 5 times 5 or 5 times 6, and then all my points on top, and that I think that would have got me pretty close.
I'm not gonna lie, I was shitting myself when Tom cleaned up the barrels.
Yeah.
Because I was
Yeah,
like, because
100%.
I still didn't understand how the exchange rate was gonna play out. So I was just, all I saw was Tom clearing up, and I'm like, well, he's won. Like that's, this is where it ends.
Yeah.
There's so many different balancing acts,
Yeah.
and that's what just makes it so
Yeah.
And
interesting.
It feels like it works well. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing is like.
Next game's gonna be interesting because it's gonna be like, I know that I need to put this 5 over here. I know that I need something here to do this.
Alright, shall we quickly bust out the list? Run
we
the
wanna-
list?
If you're new here.
Do we want to run Red Dragon in first?
Oh, yeah, let's
we'll
just
play
smash
that,
it.
and then
And
we'll
then
do our
rank them
rankings
both.
at the end.
Okay, sure.
No, because for you, unless Reese wants to edit it later and edit our ranking for this game onto the end of the video.
It's easier if I just do this. If we do it this way.
So we're doing it first?
Yep.
Rank it now?
Yep.
Rank it
We're
now.
gonna rank it now.
now.
Sorry, boys.
If you are new here, this is our Nerds of the West 2021 ranking list. This is not us saying
this is gonna
one
be-
game is objectively better than another, but if given the opportunity, what we would prefer to play. At the moment, the top game of the year is Guildmaster, our top game from last year. We haven't actually played it this year, trying to
But
get it together.
held
with
its,
some...
it held
to-
its position because it was the top game of the last year.
Yeah, to be
So it's our,
to be fair,
our.
I'd say the top game of this year is actually Between Two Castles.
Yeah.
This is just there because we decided to put it up top. Because we're going to see how that ranks against everything
Well,
else.
is a
the
tough one
idea
to
was that
rank.
like we would leave it at the top and see if anything could shoot
Yeah.
over it, right? But so far, everything we've played this year has not been better than what Guildmaster has.
Now, we have basically only played good games this year. Pokemon Master Trainer
Still good game.
is still good. That's probably like a 6 out of 10, and that's our lowest game on the list right now.
No Tower of Madness.
Okay.
This year, yeah.
It is. Tom's correct. It's hard because everything that we've played is great. Guildmaster was a great game. Between Two Castles was a good game. Ghost Rider, fantastic game.
I'm very curious.
Korra is a good game.
Yeah.
And then you've got like 5 Tribes is a great game. And then Pokemon Master is like, sorry, Reese.
5 Tribes is a steaming trash pile.
I have no idea where I want to put this.
Okay, I'm going to start
At the top,
up the top, baby.
Wow.
I love this game.
You're putting it above Guildmaster.
Yes.
You don't have to move it yet because
Yeah,
you average it on rankings.
I feel like this game was, if we had started playing this when we started playing games, like, 2017 we were doing Nerds of the West. But like, if this had come out when we were starting to play games, this would be like our Terra Mystica. That's how I feel.
I think
for
it would have
sure.
come up a lot more. definitely.
It would have definitely come up.
I'm
a
very
little.
curious to see what the balance is like after another couple of plays. And
So-
I'm very curious to play it at lower player counts because you get less rounds, but there's less competition in the round for taking spaces.
True
Yeah.
that.
So it's
But it was still very good.
Oh, 100%. I'm not saying this in any kind of like negative what if. It's like, I'm curious to see how good this game can
Yeah,
be.
bro, I love this game.
Pokemon Master Trainers.
I'm like,
We had
We had
Sorry.
fun.
Alright, we had fun playing the game with friends. The game itself was not a fantastical mechanical game, but we enjoyed the nostalgia and the fun
it's a,
of the game.
It's a better Monopoly, and
it's
I'm
the
okay
same.
with
It's
that.
the same with Atmosphere, right? It's not
Yeah,
a
good-
functionally, it's not
not
a good game. but how fun is
That's
Atmosphere?
why-
Exactly.
Only
Like we
Catan
also
could be
played like
fun.
Scrabble. It's like it was a good game. Like we enjoyed it.
Yeah. My only downside with this is not a game I can teach other people well. You have to
No.
be experienced with board games to play.
Mm.
But I'm also like okay with that because I just really
Because
love this
fuck
game.
'em.
Yeah. No, it's fine. We got plenty of other games we can play, but if you're an experienced board game player, hey, let's crack out Heaven and Ale, put the brains to the test.
Yeah.
Well, this was a 3.7, like on the complexity scale,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Board
it's
Game
up there.
Geek. So I was like,
It's up there.
when it was like, oh yeah, we haven't played it once, and I was like,
I mean,
that's pretty complex for like our first play,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but we still did well.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, you go.
To me, it's just one of the most interesting engine builders I've played because I think I said it earlier. You're not building one big engine, and while that can kind of happen between like getting a lot of the same number of a lot of the same resource and making that all trigger a couple of times, kind of what Lachlan did. A lot of the time, you're just building little engines that all pop off and then maybe pop each other off a little bit more, which is such an interesting interesting way to have to think.
100%. It's like once your engine's gone off, it's like that's it. It's
Yeah.
out of gas. Your engine is out of gas now.
Yeah.
You know what it is? You're not building an engine, you're creating combustion to run the engine, right? You're not
One
making
cylinder
the
at a
engine,
time, baby.
You're not making the engine to run, you're making the small explosions to make the engine run.
Or
Like,
beer.
So to me,
All right, Tom.
I think it goes above Korra but below Ghost Rider. Not because it's bad, but just because I love Guildmaster Between Two Castles and Ghost Rider so much.
All right, are you ready? Am I ready?
I'm ready, but
You're ready.
if you're
No,
ready.
you're ready.
All right, I'm ready. All right, I feel like this is. I like the fact that you compared it to sort of Terra Mystica because I feel like this is like a slightly lighter Terra Mystica. It's not a light game, but it takes away the like each player having different abilities, the individual buildings, and it kind of makes it a little bit more everyone's on the same starting point compared to Terra Mystica where there are slight differences between the races, which I think, depending on your familiarity with Terra Mystica, this would be definitely
Definitely one to check out.
yeah. I think I agree with Tom. I haven't played Korra, so I can't speak for that. I have played Wingspan, Ghost Rider Between Two Castles, and Guildmaster, and I reckon that's a pretty good spot for it.
Yep.
Really, really solid game. One that I would definitely be keen for a second playthrough. Once you know the strat.
Especially once you know how the scoring works at the end.
Yep.
Like, because we were just like, "Oh, we don't really know how the scoring's going to work at the end.
Yeah.
We're just going to wing it, and when we get there, we'll find out.
And it sounds more complex than
It is.
it is once you
I
get
think
there.
I actually think it is quite complex. It's just that it's very easy to draw the lines between what you have to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold your hand in such a way that you're having to figure out what you're doing and don't get to action. So it's not tearing itself away from you in such a way that you have to figure out what you're doing and not see everything else. It goes, hey, here's a resource. You can get it for resources or money. And then you go, all right, but I need money to get resources. And then after that, everything else just clicks together.
Yeah,
You can, it's because of having to put everything on the board, the lines that your brain is connecting. And I think that comes down to good art design and good... It's a really hard one. Some people call it graphic design. Some people call it like illustration. It's the way that it sets up the board so that you can see, all right, I need this yellow marker to increase, so I need more yellow stuff here, and I need to put it on certain sides of the
like
board.
your iconography.
Yeah. It's a very well-designed game in that regard because there is a lot going on, but you never feel like there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed learning it as, like, for the first time that we played it. Like, I didn't know how the sunny side and the shady side was going to work, and it works really well. Like, that was great. I enjoyed the balance. Like you said, it's like so many games with like engine building. It's like you're either doing really well in your economy or you're doing really good in your resources. This game goes, what do you need to be doing well in?
Yeah.
You get to decide what you need to be doing well in, and you get like the power to do it. Whereas so many games are like, oh, you're a coin short. That's just too bad. That's too bad. And you're always going to be a coin short. Whereas this game goes, yeah, well, you know what? You make your own economy, all right?
Yeah.
Get your
You're a
things
coin
together.
short, but here's the different ways you can get it. You can
Exactly.
do this, you can do that.
And
It's
being
not like-
so modular, it's always going to
Yeah.
feel different every game.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, it's also one of the games where it's like, if you waste a move, you don't feel like you've wasted it like other games. Like other worker placement games, you're very much like, I put it here, and now it's like that one move is like ripple effects, and it's like it was the not thing. It's like we had some moves where it was like it was not the maximized move that you could. You couldn't like crunch the numbers as heavily as you want, but it was still a good move. It wasn't like other games where it was like, if you don't do this move, you've lost the game.
Yep.
Like if the stars don't align, you've lost the game. It's like I'll just go around it. I'll just work a way around it. And I think the other mechanics as well, like the scoring system was one of the most interesting scoring systems that I have seen in a long while. Very refreshing. And I also liked the theme. The theme was fantastic.
It's cool. Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, where are you putting it?
Probably above Ghost Rider.
Okay, interesting.
I want to say I enjoyed this more than I did Between Two Castles, and it's hard. Maybe it's on par with Between Two Castles, other end. Between Two Castles, on par with that.
So I think that basically averages it out to where
Like
Lachlan put it. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it averages out to next to Between Two Castles because we've always said if you put something at the top, that's worth a lot.
Oh, I mean, like Ghost Rider works.
Well, I said mine would be like between two castles. So if
So
you guys
I
put
think
it
it
like-
averages-
Sorry. Yeah, okay. So, alright, yeah, between two castles.
I think it's next to Between Two Castles, which is probably fair for what this is. I'm super keen to play it with more people, to see what more people think, and to play it at lower player counts. It's a very interesting...
definitely keen to play it again.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I will
Interesting
not have
game.
my brewmaster do so poorly early game.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how, like, now knowing you can't leave your thing down the very end.
Yeah.
Your brewmaster is actually important. Bonus points are actually important. I can see it getting really nasty. Like, the second game being
we didn't play this very take that.
yeah.
But
But
it
I
absolutely
can, like
be.
Lockie tried to a little bit at the end, trying to take that scoring disc out from under me. But I can see if you're planning further ahead, you could definitely be more take that about it.
100%. And it was difficult though because everyone's doing different things, right? And,
Yeah.
and that's like, you could take that, but then it'd just be like, all right, I'll just do this other thing.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
do this
Yeah.
other thing then. And then I'll do it the next round
Yeah.
instead.
Which I think, because I famously hate Istanbul, because you come up with a plan and then someone takes the spot and that throws your whole plan out.
Yeah.
I thought this would suffer from the same thing, but there's so many options, generally, that if Reese takes that monk I was looking at, well, there's still another 5 resource spots and another scoring disc, and there's something else that I could choose instead. So I don't feel like it's as bad when someone sort of snookers you like that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I also thought the running around the board was going to be less interesting than it was. Like,
It's really
Yeah.
cool. I definitely want to play it again. We might revisit it later in the year.
Yeah.
and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it.
Hey, you probably shouldn't put that there, because you need to get Red Dragon Inn out from right behind that
yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know where it was.
So I'm thinking Red Dragon Inn, fresh round of beers.
board. Maybe not.
Okay.
I'm still working on this one,
Yeah.
and then I've got to sober up and try.
RJ, what's your favorite
I might have
easy
it
to
on mine, I don't
learn,
have to try.
complex to master type of game? I'm a big fan of Suro.
Splendor's good.
Splendor?
Splendor's good.
Splendor's good.
I will say Star Realms. I think Star Realms has some surprising depth to it once you've played it a lot.
Just not a fan of living card games.
I can't wait to see the crap that ensues when you guys
Do
play
we want to
Red Dragon Inn.
cut to break
Cool.
so then we can
Yeah,
pack
very
this
quick,
up?
another break. Put this all away. Open
then
up Red
we'll-
Dragon Inn, because it's still in shrink.
It's still in shrink, guys.
You get a
Boys,
free
boys,
unboxing.
long stream, long stream,
It's a long stream. And we also might need some batteries.
Fat, flat, fat, flat.
But
Jess,
we'll see
Jess,
you
if you're watching,
very
you
soon.
asked what time I'd be home. Later. It's the episode.